break screen? Like, nah, fuck. Anyways, we live.
Pick band started.
Pick band's going, and we here. Z band. Nothing too surprising. Kane band. Also not too surprising. Zach band. Nothing new. Zai band. Nothing new. Fish band. Alright. Pretty par for the course for you. Anything that sticks out in this pick band phase? The early phase is right as
What are we thinking for this one,
last
boys?
band's coming in. What are you feeling there?
Gonna wait and see the full draft and then I'll let you know.
Let's get in that Twitch. That bubble time.
Oriana band. Looks pretty, cut and dry. So MBB with their first
Starting
pick.
to think for my world's pick'ems.
Ooh, picking Morgana. How do you feel about the Morgana pick? Liz mocking me.
Oh, Travis Scott meal. Like, did you legitimately just have like a meal?
Ash. Should see them with Ash coming. So with no denial pick on Caitlyn, what do we see?
Hey Adam.
What's up?
Buddy,
It's the double Adam show.
Oh, what's up, Adam?
Hey Adam.
there's a game today.
Yes. I had forgotten about it.
I also forgot about
dare
it. I
you.
I legitimately was like, huh, I wonder why.
Ooh.
I guess they're scribbing.
Aggressive bot lane combo. But also really vulnerable to the inevitable.
This is actually a fucking game to throw people out too.
Yeah,
I don't know why. I just didn't know.
If it is an Ashe brand, this is a pretty vulnerable combo to Caitlyn Morgana. A snare hits and you basically fucking die. But they also do have a lot of pressure to add on to like Caitlyn Morgana as well, so could be worse.
And Caitlyn Morgana pick from MBB into the Ash brand.
Doesn't Brand sustain the damage just do so much more?
I mean,
Morgana?
it doesn't matter.
I mean, it breaks the black shield quickly.
Yeah, but let's say you get snared, you instantly die,
They just
right?
do combo, break, back shield, use ult, yeah?
Yeah, but I mean, if you get snared by Morgana, you instantly die in that bot lane, so it's a little bit of a.
But
mixed
that
bag.
doesn't mean that it's not going to be oppressive anyway.
Yeah. Kinda wanna go get some more spicy nugs from fucking...
Oh, I was muted. I'm trolling. TLDR for what I said. I feel like, if you're, I mean, definitely the brand does a ton of damage in that lane, and it looks, most likely to be an Ashe brand lane. But like, any snare hits you as brand or Ashe, you probably still die. Probably get one comboed, right? So
Yeah.
especially with the if a Viking
K traps.
something like that.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's still. I think Brand Ashe can really do a lot of poke in that lane, and potentially kill the Morgana, but it's pretty vulnerable as well. Definitely a mixed bag. GB has a ton of magic damage now. Jungle bans. They prefer to pinch jungle rather than pinch Steven, I assume. Excuse me.
Norwig's still open for Thomas.
Joe's performance is so critical for MBB that I'm a little fearful when he has 3 mid bans out. What do you project his pick to be?
I don't.
Why is Adam's mic so low for me? Hold on.
I'll unplug it and replug it and see.
I'll pump you a little too.
How's that?
That's better.
Sounds the same.
Better.
A little clearer.
Rammus pick.
I'll just shout.
Wow. That is an interesting pick, the Rammus pick. Yeah, they do rely pretty heavily on Nick Mead in a lot of fights. Could be pretty good anti-Nick Mead weapon. I mean, with the Vi, they're already kind of signaling some dive, and there it is with the Malphite.
Would Joe go LeBlanc here? Or would he go?
I don't know if he wants to do that. I'm not sure if they're gonna go here.
Does he go Azir again?
Good. Whoa. That's not a joke pick. Pretty interesting. Let's see if he plays it well. Ari has seen a lot of success. Yeah, Ari has seen a lot of success in BTL, and like, you know, I think this could be a game where Ari could be interesting. I'm a little cautious though. MBB doesn't seem to have much on like high end like AP damage here. Ari does magic damage, but not like, you know, a ton. Wow, Kiana.
What the is it Kiki?
That's probably, I mean, it's Steven on Kiana and Ari.
Well, I do like Kiki,
I mean, it's the
though.
Kiana Rumble combo, which is a pretty strong combo. The thing is, there's not that many people to combo, depending on like how Morgana plays, and they'll be diving anyway. So I'm curious how this will go. I've never actually seen Steven play Kiana either.
I haven't seen him play Kiana either.
All right.
Trying to remember if I have.
So with these comps picked up and locked in, we'll have Joe being matched by Steven in the mid lane on the Kiana matchup, and the top side we're gonna have Malphite and a Rumble. Bot side, Kayla, Morgana, and Ashbrand. So how do these comps shake out for you guys?
Doesn't Animus, I don't know who that is. Animus is like, I think correct, like Rammus seems like a kind of a really bad pick, because if he comes in, you have to go through the Ari and Morgana stun, and he's the engage, right? So if you suddenly don't have that engage, you have to rely on maybe Brand, maybe Kiki, but like
yeah, but he also got target banned.
Yeah,
He also got target banned, right? So like at that point, once your maybe top 4 champs are out, I feel like you have to seed some of like what's best into this comp into just what can I play.
Right.
Yeah, like.
Also, Adam and Mrs. Misa.
it's Misa. But like, even if you have to like dig deep, are there better choices? Like, I don't jungle very much, so like, it just seems like there might have been better choices.
I mean, there might be better choices. Just what about the choices that he plays? I don't know. But like, I do think that there are definitely, you know, better choices on the table for sure than the Rammus. But I don't think the Rammus is necessarily disgustingly bad, because if you look at this comp, what the heck? If you look at this comp, it's the damage in the late game is all Caitlyn, and Rammus plays pretty well in the Caitlyn. Ari doesn't scale very hard. Joe's gonna have to play the game of his life to make sure that he gets ahead and stays ahead. And if he can be ahead, he'll be a damage outlet where people will be scared of getting one shot. And then Rammus with the whole team dead doesn't do very much, but in the late game, I mean, I think Rammus could do a lot of work to this Caitlyn. I don't think it's a terrible pick necessarily. I do think that the interesting pivot points on this, like, I think the engage isn't necessarily Rammus. I think Kiana is what you're leaning on for, and Ash Arrows are what you're leaning on for main engage in this comp. They'll probably want to Ash Arrow into like Kiana and layer like Brandle and Rumble on top of it. Essentially, it's a AoE clusterfuck comp that runs through the Ash and the Kiana.
I dig that.
They're looking to blow people up in big combos, big wombo combos. And it'll be up to MBB to make sure they don't get blown up, and then not only can they avoid the wombo, but they can skirt around the sides and find their fights. Or just bait it out and have Caitlyn carry you from the back line, where she's hopefully been untouched. So
Yeah, to your question, Adam, about like what might have been better here, in terms of like, I don't know, like easy to play tanky junglers, like Set is pretty good into a dive comp, right? They come in, he tosses it back out. So that's something that I would have like angled towards, but like I don't know if he plays him.
I have a quick. I don't know the full team comps. I wasn't here for the pro draft, but are the good boys? Are they going for a like 5v5 team fight comp team, or are they like
100%.
looking to do like 4-man and
No,
then have like
100%.
Steven?
Nah, this is a 5v5 comp. Kiana's not a great split pusher. In fact, Kiana and a Malphite in the late game, Malphite's just gonna laugh at her damage and like whack her a bunch. This is a
Yeah,
team
I'm
fight that
not-
just indexes on 5v5s.
Okay. I'm not super familiar with Kiana. All I know is like she ults into a wall and it fucking goes a really far distance.
Yeah,
That's like all I know.
She's an
about her.
early spiking roam champion. If you don't get good roams off, then you don't do very much. She can all in theoretically at like level 3. You know, the Ahri needs to be really careful about the level 3 all in from Kiana, especially if Rammus is coming. The Ahri needs to watch for the Rammus gank early to prevent him
Wait,
from Ahri from
Is
dying. to the
Kiana
red
going mid? I
Yeah,
thought Kiana
yeah,
was
no,
top
it's a mid lane. Mid lane.
Oh, okay.
Almost surely. And so like, you know, those windows she's dangerous, but the real threat of Kiana comes in the mid game and the early mid game where she can move map really quickly and dunk you really quickly. She gets boots of mobility, goes to your bot lane, ults you into a wall, that kind of stuff. So
Gotcha.
it'll be up to Steven to maintain heavy tempo in this game to make sure they get ahead and stay ahead. If they get ahead and stay ahead, they'll have a lot of end game damage, a lot of like high end damage to layer on top of things. And Milwaukee Bucks is really just trying to ward pressure off at the start of the game, get into their item spikes, and then, you know, blow up the Ashe and Brand and be the engagers. Both of these teams are pretty focused on team fighting in like the mid game with Vi and Ahri and Malphite all diving these backline carries like Brand and Ashe and potentially Rumble. If you can hit Kiana, that'd be amazing, that kind of stuff, while warding off the pressure that the Rammus, Kiana, Rumble could have to your backline. So it'll be pretty interesting. How about you guys? What comps do you guys prefer going into this game?
I mean, I prefer MBB here.
Why is that?
Let's not go with follow-up questions. I don't know. I think the bot lane is really strong. I think that GB has a lot of vulnerable people to a combination of like Morgana, Caitlyn, Vi, Malphite, even, you know. And I don't know that they'll be able to handle the full-on dive.
I think MBB's comp is easier to execute.
Perhaps. I actually think it's harder to execute personally. I think.
What, ult in and just go ham?
No, I think that's GB's comp. They need to find the early game, ult in, go ham. But MBB needs to do a lot of like finesse work here. They need to make sure they avoid the engages, skirt around the sides of fights. Like in a world where both teams are packed in river and stuff like that, you would favor GB. You would favor the team that could Rumble ult you in with Kiana on top of it with Brand damage, right? Ashe
A lot of AoE damage.
Right. I would actually favor GB in terms of like ease of execution. But I do think in the end game and like in the parts of the game where it matters, like Milwaukee Bucks has to play with some finesse, make sure they find the right engages instead of any engage, and then have like Ahri play really well and skirt the outsides. Vi Malphite might not be able to actually one-shot somebody unless Ahri is like strong enough to make sure that she can one-shot but also play a little bit front to back and like ward off the Kiana Rumble. So I'm not sure if I agree that MBB's is easier to execute. I actually think it's the opposite, but I do think that like when you hit a certain point where this Caitlyn is like starting to pop off and stuff like that, the Morgana will be a big boon because there's no one to protect the carries on the other side, on GB side.
Yeah.
And I mean, you have to protect them into Vi, Malphite, Ahri. Like even in a world where you're playing Dive 2, like they have basically absolutely no peel outside of the Rammus, and Rammus probably isn't wanting to peel in most of these fights anyway. So I do think that like I think I'd probably favor MBB's comp. It's a little more well-rounded, has the dive, but can protect the Caitlyn in these endgame fights where you'll need to protect the Caitlyn. But I don't know, like I think it'll be a pretty explosive game, especially in the early game. GB wants to take over then and there, and it's up to Milwaukee Bucks maybe to not let them get a good groove going. So as a jungler, Adam, I don't know if you played the Vi and the Rammus matchup, but how would you feel about that matchup if you say from the Vi standpoint?
I mean,
that matchup?
It's not like if I'm a Vi in this game, I'm very happy because you have a bunch of immobile, squishy targets, right? A lot of really good gank lanes. Into the Rammus, I don't know. I mean, I don't know that they'll be fighting that much. I don't know that I would want to fight a Rammus that much as a Vi. Like, you know, especially if he's stacking armor, like, you're not... That's not like a priority. But into like the Ash, Brand, Rumble, like 3 people with no dashes, no way to get out of things, like I'm very happy.
I mean, out of those, the Rumble's the scariest to gank, I think.
Yeah, I'd say like the follow-up question is like, how do you feel about these like combos though? Like number one, Rammus is gonna try to cheese them early and fast. That's just how Rammus plays. Can Vi do anything to mitigate that pain?
I don't know.
And then the follow-up question to that is, like,
I mean, I guess I don't know that Vi needs to, because like Rammus is a very linear engage, right? So Ari can stop it, Morgana can stop it, a Caitlyn trap can stop it. Like,
sure.
Alright, boy.
Yeah, I think that's a good point. Yeah, I don't know. I think, and then the third question I have is, how do you feel about these like mid jungle duos that are gonna happen here? Because mid jungle is a really important part of the game, of course, and Rammus and Kiana in a mid jungle like duo versus Vi and Ari, like which one do you favor? And what about the top jungle duo too? Like when you're looking at these cores that can move map, like do you think Rammus and his corresponding solo laners are favored in those specific matchups, or do you think MVB can take control of certain parts of the map?
I like the Rammus Rumble combo more than the Kiana Rammus compared to the Vi Ari and the Vi Malphite combo.
Yeah, do you think that Rammus Rumble combo is pretty lethal? Rammus rolling up there and taunting into Rumbles, like, sack load of damage, like, dropped on top of them. Feels pretty lethal. So I think Shuai needs to play a little bit on guard this game. And it's a little unfortunate for him that he has to diversify his damage or his tank build in this game, especially going against a Rumble. Like, if you're a Malphite, you definitely love itemizing armor, and it's a little unfortunate that he's not able to do so.
Yeah, I was a little surprised. Like, I get that they're...
Oh, no. Oh, and that's a huge early trade.
Oh, I guess the dance stream is a little behind.
I'm really behind. I
Oh
forgot to speed it up.
Look at Chia weaving in that perfect
yeah, nice snare.
Yeah.
Let's see.
And both these top laners running Comet here. Do you agree with the Comet choice on Shuai? I mean, I'm sure on Rumble it's pretty normal, but... Oh, and Nick drops super low. Panning Puma really struggling here in the early lane phase.
Wait a sec. This lane looks familiar.
No, he healed.
Oh, okay. I just heard like a sound effect. I didn't know if it was the flat. Oh,
Good nice reprint. Oh,
that lane looks familiar because I'm pretty sure that's what Second Breakfast uses all the time.
And interestingly enough, they're a little scared of the Rammus. They didn't seem to attract him super well, and so they could be getting plates here, but they back off on the plates to make sure they're safe doing so. Oh, see, that's the level 3 I was talking about. That's Kiana's level 3. And it's the first of her
trade.
Yeah, it's the first of her very specific power spikes.
Yeah. I feel like Ari's level 3 though is a huge power spike too. Or I guess her level 2 is the real power spike.
it's
But
2.
still level 3 you get like that extra damage from the fire foxes.
Yeah, but Ari's is a more predictable linear curve where she's, decently strong. Oh, nice. Oh, good
Nice charm from Joe.
Steven won't be able to kill him. Oh, he misses the Q.
Wow, so I mean, Vi
Oh,
feels
Rammus wants his
safe
blue
enough.
buff, but they're not giving it to him.
Yeah, Vi feels safe enough with a strong bot lane lead that she's gonna get a 3 buff.
Yeah, and not only that,
That's big.
yeah, the strong mid lane
walks
lead
into
too.
a trap.
Oh, they catch. Oh, and he's certainly doomed. Caitlyn can't see him. Gives over the first blood. Oh wait.
Oh my god.
Wow, they actually get one in return and take the double
Turn,
still.
yeah.
That was a little funny with Caitlyn's net.
And Meteos actually didn't flash there. He could have flashed really early there and survived. It's a bit of a misplay. But I mean, if you look at the bot lane CS differential, like the kill isn't even enough to get within 200 gold of the Caitlyn. So killing, oh no,
rough.
and they might just take it back
Goodbye,
here.
Ash. Oh, the
Nope.
the
He
trap
wasn't
didn't
close
go
enough for the
off.
trap. And I think we've been seeing a lot of Elena's early game dominance in this game. it's been snare after snare after snare. They give over the
They've
crab.
clearly
man.
demonstrated they're willing to take more than one
Yeah.
tower shot. for it.
Steven,
Oh.
getting charmed.
Oh, Steven.
Wage Pro
But
getting
in
charmed.
the
That was hard
meantime-
too.
Oh,
But the
man, this Rumble is just going to town.
yeah, and he has also a pretty phenomenal lead. But on the bright side, he also has a TP. Oliver's gonna try to stop him
Stops
here.
the back.
But he gets to
Oh,
pick
I
up the
thought Vi
wave.
was gonna come up and thought they were gonna tag team him for a minute, but guess not.
Oh, and here's an interesting choice, and I'm not sure who you agree with this or not, but Oliver actually chooses not to use his back timer to stay in lane instead and mess with Schwai a little bit more. Schwai has a TP though, and if Schwai TPs to this lane and balances it, it might force the Rumble TP as well to break the freeze. But Schwai actually decides not to back, which is a little mind-boggling for me.
I think I definitely would have let the Malphite go back, make him lose XP.
Oh,
Thomas.
Oh, and the miss.
oh, but he
Steven's
missed
here,
it.
but he's only level 5, but they're a little trapped.
Oh, that's a 4-man collapse. Like
Ooh, Arya's gonna go down. It's a 5-man collapse.
Oh,
Wajan Pro
Oh,
has
Rumble.
TP, but only level 5. Ooh, and they get
Look
bitten off
at
the
Nick
backside.
get that set of autos on. Oh,
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 There
the
goes the
flash.
Vi.
nice flash out.
So I have a question that kind of is what led into this. Maybe for you and for Misa in the comments. So
Oh, no.
Vi gets a kill here, right, in the jungle, or like is part of a big play, but then dies. So she's on basically the same reset timer as Rumble, but has more gold, right, and so is stronger. They both go top. They end up at the same crab. Rumble smites it. Rumble gets it. Then Vi goes, takes 2 camps, then goes to bot crab. They meet at bot crab. Rumble gets that one. What would you do differently there as Vi? Is it? I mean, at some point you just got a little unlucky, maybe guessing which way they go, based on the number of camps available. You should have chosen better, or should you have just gone right to bot crab once you saw someone at top crab?
Yeah, almost surely I would have gone right to the bot crab. Like, if I knew I could outpace them there and my lanes had prio, like, I'd have to rewatch it, because there's also a world where your lanes don't have any. Oh, wow.
Oh, goodbye bot lane.
And look at Elena just soloing Nick on the top side. Oh, and
And now
Kiana here
it's a
with
free-
6.
Oh,
With 6, no flash though. It doesn't seem like this gank is going to get them anything. That's actually really positive for Joe, who's building a pretty decent CS advantage right now.
oh, goodbye.
No,
Rumble.
there's no mana,
I don't think he can
and I
kill
think
him.
it's going to be Rumble with the kill, or the flash burn at least. Oh, and Steven has ult.
Oh,
Steven.
He can't get much though, and he actually just dies. And that's also
that his
terrible,
ult?
because that's a free dragon.
oh yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, that was
And not
Kiana's
to mention the wave mid that he's losing for
Right.
us.
Several very aggressive FPV plays
Oh.
there.
And Schwai's going to go down.
Ollie?
Certainly.
Wait,
Ollie
he-
with the
he
solo
lost.
kill.
This contest is going to be really ill-advised. Yeah, GB backs off. They know they can't touch it.
Bum, ba-da, bum, bum, bum.
It's about 1,400 gold difference in bot lane.
Yeah, the bot lane difference is astronomical, friends. This is a 3.3k gold Caitlyn on a 1.9k gold Ashe. It's looking pretty dire for them. And she also started with Cull, so that's a huge part of this lead too. Like, that lead is going to spike even further. And Caitlyn's power trough is usually in the mid game area, but not if she's this far ahead. So definitely a scary spot to be in if you're GB right now. You need to find a way to stop the bleeding. And on the bright side, your saving grace is that your top laner is winning by himself. There has been no jungle involvement. But Oliver is just doing a really good job taking over the lane. And Schwai just has to build defensively. Hasn't found himself in the game yet.
Shoutouts to Schwai's new PC.
Hell yeah. Dude.
It's very fancy.
Just at this point, it just looks like Oliver's specs are a little higher. And we'll have to see if that can change throughout the duration of the game.
It's okay, he's still getting used to it. Right?
He's got one of those brand spanking new, what, 3080s, 3070s? Is that the thing?
I'm here.
Any of y'all buying a 3080 or 3070 or whatever? The new line?
No, I don't play enough games, brother.
Some of my more PC heads are real down. You know, they're like, oh my god, wave of the future. And I'm like, dude,
Ooh.
you think you're cool? I already have a 4090.
And once again, Nick's getting poked out, but at least Vid can pick up the CS.
Oh, lots of. Oh, the snare misses, or else that was a certain kill. Oh, Meteor's certainly down.
Ooh.
And that's the Kiana roam we were talking about. Getting out of lane phase, moving around. She didn't buy Mobo boots, but she's still lethal on the map. And it's gonna be most likely a Herald.
Bot can't transfer up. They can back,
Nope.
but it looks like they're just gonna take plates.
No, certainly not gonna back. They're gonna take plates instead. Yeah, and it's gonna be a gigantic lead for Caitlyn. I think it's the right call to make. Wager Pro has ult, decides not to use it and just walks away, but takes a big chunk in return.
Oliver is like hella confident in this lane now.
Right.
He's just gonna fire off the ultimate at like 100.
Oh, he's actually in tower range.
Oh shit.
Oh,
That might be
stepped
his
up.
dead.
oh my lord.
Shield.
Oh,
That was so well played.
Oh, he's gonna get the
my
shutdown. And Schweid takes him at the very, very edge of tower range.
Why did he turn around there?
Oh, and
He had
here's
the
Kiana,
shield.
but Kiana can't pick anything up. And every time Kiana moves and doesn't pick anything up, Joe is finding a little bit of extra space in lane.
The biggest reason he turned around is because he was gonna get queued by Malphite.
And that shutdown is
I
actually a really big deal. It gets Malphite defensive items faster so he can ignore the Rumble faster.
I don't agree with his
Oh.
item choice. Though. It looks like he's building.
Gets the double flash. One flash for two there. CS Stacks actually scares them both into Oblivion. And Oblivion right now is where this Ashe is, because this Ashe is going to be really down in
36
items. Once the
Feels
Caitlyn
right.
backs, Caitlyn has 1.2k in her pocket. She's gonna get the shove back, and it should be a full Stormraiser here.
Alright, Sopa's onto my hijinks. I'm out of here.
Oh.
Still fairly aggressive here.
Yeah.
Oh.
Some of the spectators are asking why Malphite is building Visage and not Adaptive, and I actually 100% agree. I think Adaptive is definitely a lot better here. I think you could run Abyssal, but I just don't think it's worth it. You're not amplifying much. I think I would just get Adaptive and be able to like survive forever against the Brand and the Rumble.
Oh.
I love
Thanks,
Adaptive. I'm so glad that it's going to be out in the new item set.
And not that it should matter that much, but also counters the Rammus Bolt, right? Right?
Yeah.
Wait, what's getting removed?
Adaptive helm.
Adaptive helmet's not going to be
Yeah.
a new item set.
Oh, don't
It's my
get much
favorite
out
item
of
in the
it.
game.
But they're building space in this
What?
dragon. Which team, depending on which dragon we and Joe
Oh.
lives. Isn't gonna die to that, and that's gonna be an ult from Karasaki Ace. Oh, wait, Meteos going deep onto Kiana, gonna get the kill, get the shut. He's gonna go down though in response, and Joe is gonna get burned down. The Rumble ult comes out. Wasion Pro kills Vid. Ooh, Vid with the Q. This is a really
Also
scrappy
with that
one.
amazing
A
teleport.
really scrappy
into
one.
mid lane.
Yeah, but in the end, there's three members. Ooh, the arrow.
Doesn't
Not gonna get much out of it.
do-
But it does peel them off a little bit. And
Yeah, I think the peel is good.
yeah, but the thing is,
Yeah.
all their wave clear is gone now. All their threat is gone. Brand is dead. Kiana is dead, and that means free tower plates for this duo that is already so far. Oh, actually, they're not gonna do it. They don't have a big enough wave.
They're not just gonna rotate down to Dragon?
Well, they don't have any teammates there, so they can't actually get much
yeah,
other than the
no.
mid prio right now.
Ari's TP and bot. So what do you think about Ari TP instead of like Ignite?
She's gone glacial, so she's going for utility more so than.
Yeah, I can't say I agree with it though. She's the only source of magic damage on this team, or just yeah, and they can't just be relying on the Caitlyn solo carrying the dive.
Isn't Rumble AP?
That's
Rumble's
the other
on the
team.
other team.
Oh wait, on blind.
You can
Yeah.
tell. Yeah.
I'm like, what are you talking about? They have AP on their team. I'm sorry, guys. I've been up since like 5:45. It's past
AM
my
or PM?
bedtime. AM.
Hmm.
I did it so slow.
Oof, man, that rumble damage.
Yeah, his chunky like Qs are getting a little bit more and more, but they still take. MBB still take the fucking dragon.
So here's a question. In the late game, which comp do you guys prefer? I mean, obviously both these comps want to team fight, but which comp wins out in team fights?
I don't know. I really like the Ari and I really like the Malphite. I feel like if Ari can get a good charm on like anybody and Malphite can just take advantage of that. And then at the end of that, I mean, anything in the back lane, Vi can just ult on. So, I don't know.
Oh,
dodge
missed.
charm.
Nice dodge on charm. Steven
So
still has
that-
ult and flash.
That's the team comp I like. I understand
Oh.
that the
Gets
that
the
was-
flash out of Steven actually. Oh, misses the charm and he's gonna die for it. No, Steven misses, but he
Yep.
still gets him. And Joe just a little aggressive, but not enough.
Oh,
and Steven
yep.
dies, gets a shutdown onto Vi. Actually, there's no
Oh.
shutdown there. Oh, the solo kill. Oliver taking a chunk.
I can try.
I think late game I prefer a Good Boys comp in just terms of sheer damage that they can throw across the team. If MBB can single target effectively, then they actually can win fights, but I think the AoE from Good Boys is going to prevail.
Yeah,
in
I'm a
big
little
spread.
disappointed by this Ari build because I feel like if she went electrocute, I would feel more comfortable about this Ari build. Like having real burst, like single target damage. I feel like you don't need catch when you already have like a Malphite of high.
Yeah.
And I just don't know if it's going to be enough.
The stream went to a green screen real quick. Okay, never mind.
Yeah, I also saw that.
Ooh, the flash taunt. And Ari goes down, no ult available.
Oof. Feels bad.
You guys could take that.
And that's gonna be a Herald take.
Yeah, Dan, your stream's like really laggy for me right now.
Okay.
And this Rumble has really been the critical member here. Having that pressure valve in the top lane is such a godsend for them, even when the bot tower is gone. Oh, the arrow. Oh, the black shield isn't enough. He's gonna go down. It was a lot of ultimates used, but definitely worth it.
I guess in terms of the top lane matchup, like, is there a likely outcome where where that wasn't the case, right? Like Rumble into Malphite, like how are you not just gonna kind of dunk on him, right? Like with in lane.
Oh, Joe ults. Oh, Kiana goes down. Chia Snacks. Meteos is gonna go down too. Chia Snacks is. Ooh, dies to the Ari. What? Oh, she actually
Wait,
lives. Or not dies to Ari, but somebody else dies to the. The Ari dies, I should say. And Chia Snacks is just gonna run it out? Oh, the man.
She
Wow.
does get out.
That was kind of inty.
Oh, but he's
right
coming
there.
around. He wants to play really desperately.
Oh my god.
Wait.
Gets snared again.
Oh.
Oh, but hits her with the second one.
Okay.
Big harpoon smack.
And a big play from GB. They're not ahead in gold yet, but they've definitely taken more map control. They left Schwa to
They're,
farm a little bit, but
They gonna pull off a second breakfast? Oh.
Down is down, man, so we can go.
Gonna say. Yeah, at this point, you let Kiana catch all the waves and get as much gold as she can, right?
There's definitely a top diff, bot diff kind of game going on right here.
Yeah.
We'll see which one wins out in the end.
What? Yeah, I was gonna say, which diff is more important though?
No, too many.
Do you think at this point in the game, Steven was expecting to have more than 4 kills? Because
I mean,
like,
it really just
he's been
depends
doing a
on
lot
how
of
the other team
roaming.
looks. Oh. Elena gets the ult black shield and combo off. Wow, wait, that was huge. Wait, Elena actually just destroyed them. Wait.
Yep, that was.
Wow.
Wow,
That was
Elena
so
actually
this
just
is
murdered
3
them.
dragons. This is 3 dragons for MBB, which is, I
Huge,
mean,
yeah.
for Ocean Drake, like, this is a way for them to have a late game win condition beyond just Caitlyn, right? Like,
Ooh.
Wow, and if we had instant replay functionality, Elena just destroyed them there. It was a 1v2 in a corner. She gets hit, gets the perfect shield off to prevent her getting killed into the wall. Gets the ult and the Zhonya's off too. Just absolutely murdered them and got them a dragon here. And it's going to be big because it's going to be a tower as well. Unless this Ashe has something to say about it. I'm sure she doesn't.
Yeah, I
Pretty
think
big
Ash is overstaying. Yeah.
No, I think it's fine. And the slows from Ari ensure they all get out scot-free. And there's nothing on the map for GB to take. They can't really rush the Baron here. They just don't have the map space for it. Even if they have the vision, they don't have the damage thresholds for it. Kiana doesn't do like pretty much any Baron damage, and it's gonna be all Rumble, all Ashe, all Brand. I mean, that's a decent amount of damage, but they only just got the Bork on Ashe, not enough attack speed to really facilitate any sneaks. So. Alright. It's going to be a little bit of a lull state here as we get into it, but this MPB threatening Ocean Soul Point, like Adam said, for the rest of this game at 20 minutes is just terrifying. They have a finger on the pulse now, and like, no matter what you do, like, anytime a dragon comes up, like, Baron is going to be really hard to sneak out. You're going to be trading, you know, at best a Baron for 4 Drag Souls, so pretty difficult here for GB.
I just set for dragon. For
GB really needs to find the combos that their comp is designed for, especially when you have a Rumble this big, a 7-1 Rumble with, you know, the Angie's and Hourglass already completed. There's a big, you know, gap in items between him and Malphite. Like, you need to find those Ashe combos, those Ashe Kiana combos to set up your Rumble. Yeah, set up your Rumble, set up your Brandle. You have to find these now when you have your power spikes. 2 items on Steven, 2 items on Rumble. Oh, and it might go the other way. Wait. Oh, Steven goes on a Black Shield target. Meteos actually doesn't get hit by the arrow, but he's going to go
Big
down.
Rumble. Big Rumble.
Big, oh no,
with the
oh.
Kiana.
How many are they going to get, though? Is it only 1? Oh, wait, that Zhonya's might be in a really unfortunate spot. Oh. Wow! Oh, they actually trade 1 for 1 there. I mean, not counting the Vi that died earlier in the fight.
Isn't that a 2 for 1?
Well, yeah, I mean in the like second half of
guy.
it. That's why I said that.
Yeah.
But yeah, like, I think like overall, obviously a little bit more positive for GP, but not that much of a disaster. Wait, and Steven, he thought he saw a play.
What was that?
Oh
right
no.
There?
I mean, he thought he saw a play, but Elena was really fast on the Black Shield, and Nick Mead healed himself, and it really was nothing doing. Like, if you look at Nick Mead's HP, like, yeah, he's lifestealing a little bit, but like, he, after the all-in, he was still like at least like, you know, a 3rd HP or something. Like, that's a pretty big chunk, pretty big difference between a 3rd and dead. And so like, Steven just miscalculates a little bit. I think, you know, I don't know about y'all, but I don't think I've ever seen Steven play Kiana, and I think, you know, maybe a little bit of that inexperience showing there. Like, the damage thresholds just weren't there. And like, you know, I respect what he wanted to do. Like, I think, you know, he definitely wanted the kills there. I think if you open up the kill, you get a big shutdown on Caitlyn, even if you int yourself, like, clearly Ashe was like, okay, I'm on the same page, but unfortunately that page was in the wrong book, and maybe that play should have been shelved altogether.
That Caitlyn's huge. 10,000 gold already.
Wait, there's a brand here. There's other.
What's the time? 24 minutes? Yeah, that's
Yeah, and what's more important now is that the dragon, the soul, which could be the decider, is up in 50 seconds. And there's no real way to like trade here. I think like MBB just has too much map control. They see Steven on the bot side. I think it's just gonna be a contest, and you know, that might not be the worst thing for GB. Like, I don't think they're opposed to just 5v5 and contesting. Like, that's what their comp does, right? But it really depends
I think
here.
They want the team fight.
Right. We said before
They're
that,
not
you
in
know,
position right now, though.
we said before that the critical member was like the Rumble earlier. Oh no!
And sitting on a ward.
And Elena just reading him. Sitting on a ward there. Oh no, and that's another kill. And this should be the dragon into a potential Baron. It depends how fast they can do this. Do they have the endgame? No. But they don't have the Baron damage, so I don't think they can do it. If you look at Nick Mead's items, he went for a really mid-game focused build. Oh no. And they're filtering in here, and they're tempted to go for the Baron now. If they do get the Baron, could be a closer.
Is this the first game?
Yes, this is game 1.
Okay.
Yeah, this is game 1. Oh,
And
really
there's the
aggressive,
planning
but it's
play.
gonna work out. And wow, they're just finding picks everywhere. They're using their comp really well. Elena being the catalyst on the bot side with the snares, followed up by Malphite ults. Joe dashing up and charming people. Joe was 1-5 at one point, and now he's on a killing spree, has the biggest bounty on his whole team. And they really just found their groove in the mid game. This team comp is coming together, and ooh, they're gonna back out of this. They don't want to throw, taking the sweet time. And the question is, how many tools do they have? And they don't actually have very many tools left. Viol is down. Malphite ult is down. Ariel is up. Oh, not gonna look for the solo kill. I like the restraint there. Even if you trade yourself, you trade a big bounty and you trade Baron space.
Yeah.
But Joe just looking like he's having a lot of map impact. I think Steven, you know, had better roams in the early game, but a lot of them were also not great roams. And now when you're hitting this spot as Kiana, like Kiana, you know, as a player that plays a lot of Kiana, like she falls off pretty hard. You have to get perfect flanks and perfect shots on backline, and Steven hasn't been able to do that safely, whereas Joe has a lot more safety here, and Joe is able to like kind of weave around fights.
Surrender vote failed to red team 1-2.
Jeez, did they really?
Wait.
Oh my lord, that's a tilter, dude.
Oh.
That's a tilter.
So, do you think somebody like threw that out there and they were just like conflicted, or?
It could have just been a joke. I don't know.
It's got to be a joke or like a mistake or something.
Oh, good
Wait,
catch.
that's a pick. Oh wait, Vid almost dies going for the pick. Wait, Elena's by. Wait, Elena might kill Vid. Oh my lord, Elena lived and killed Vid. You're kidding me. Elena's alive right now.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
And
wait.
back to full. That Ocean Soul doing
Wow, wait, Elena is like literally 1v3ing them. Wait, Elena actually just killed somebody else. This is obscene. This what did they say? What does Keijo say? This is illegal. This shouldn't be allowed. And
I mean, I think without a doubt, Morgana is the MVP of game 1.
oh yeah, I mean
you also
obviously
gotta
I'm
throw out
biased.
But you also got to throw out Rumble, but I do think C9 Media has done a great job of like
Look at
making.
By the way,
plays
look how
happen.
disgusting this Ocean Dragon is. Watch the Malphite's HP bar right now.
Yeah.
I mean,
ticks.
I
Disgusting.
just saw Elena go to like what?
Yeah,
a
full
sixth
HP.
of her
Yeah.
health, back to full by walking away.
Disgusting.
Ugh.
Oh yeah, that was disgusting. I mean, Elena just styled on. Like, there's really not very many ways to put that. Like, you know, obviously with the bias that I have, like, you know, I'm gonna say Elena's been popping off.
Yeah, we
every
know you
game.
don't like her, okay?
There we go. But I mean, I don't think you can argue with that, or the plays earlier that have opened up this game like super heavily. But that was just insane. Like the 1v4, kiting out, getting like basically 2 solo kills off the back of it. I'm not really sure what happened there, but it must feel painful for GB. And now GB is looking for something that might just not exist on this map anymore. You're looking for picks that are easy, but I mean, team fights are not going to come easy when you don't have map control. Kiana thrives off of the ability to black out vision, get behind people, and dunk them, right? Like, you need to get people into walls. You need to get behind them. You need to be a threat. And without map control, that MBB is just taking all over the map, especially with this Baron running. without map control, like, how are you gonna get those angles and find those fights in the backline? It's gonna be really difficult. So, I don't know, like, it's gonna be hard to find your way back into this game. And now I think what MBB, oh no, and
Oh. No.
bad gets worse. He's gonna die. Wow.
Why
And
does it show up as 301 gold on Spectator?
I don't know. It's been bugging me.
Right?
oh, oh my God,
Goodbye,
Elena is
Ollie.
disgusting this game. All right, so we have to ask the real questions. Is Morgana getting banned?
Yes.
I think that it was
Or
pretty
it gets first picked
ridiculous
if they go blue side.
because Morg got first picked, but then they didn't do anything to the Caitlyn, so they gave him more Caitlyn.
More Caitlyn.
Maybe they expected Caitlyn to be first picked and they could take away the Morg.
Yeah, I mean, they had to have seen the fact that when the Morg was picked, like, they knew the Caitlyn was going through. I think they thought the Ashe was the good matchup to it, which it is, but they just didn't, you know, like...
Oh.
Oh. And
Hey,
that's
you
all
got
she wrote
one.
for this game. Throwback to LCS, where that's all she wrote was that's all she said, or that's all they said. And we're going to move on to Game 2 shortly. And honestly, this one, like, after a little bit of testiness in the early game, where the Rumble kind of dominated the lane phase, this one wasn't really close. In the mid game, it just was all MBB all day, finding picks all over the map. Elena's snares, Malphite getting out of his lane and ulting people.
Yeah. The
Yeah,
early
just
drag control
not much to
too
say.
came through as a huge deal here. Getting those 2 early dragons, I mean, basically changed the game.
Mm-hmm. All right. And we'll get there in our next game in about, what, 7 minutes. Break screen. Wish we had a music clip. Don't we have music clips? I don't know how to do that. Elena knows how to do that. Eh, fuck it. All right. In the meantime, the rest of us can jerk it and talk about what they should do in the next game or something. I don't know. Or talk about life. How are you doing,
Well-
Dan?
Oh my God.
I'm sleepy.
All right. Nobody cares. How about you, Zane?
I'm doing really good. I've been up for a really long time, but you know that perseverance, ADHD, it'll keep you up. I'm excited for this game. I feel like I really want to watch these games, see who I might be facing off here in the near future. I sadly looks like I won't be in the next game because we'll be playing at like midnight my time. And while I was okay with that shit when I was on online schooling, I have to be up at 5:30 in the morning. And starting a game at midnight and ending at 2 a.m. doesn't sound fun to me.
It doesn't sound fun, and what might sound more fun is that GB, because they lost Game 1, gets to choose sides for Game 2. And they actually picked blue side this time, swapped it around. They picked red side to start the series, and they're changing their minds a little bit more. And why do you think they might have opted for blue side over red side? I mean, there's the
Dragon
obvious, like,
Dragon
it didn't
control.
work, but, you know.
I think a lot of it is Morgana, to be honest.
Mm-hmm. Do you think they'll aim for that pick?
I think so. I think that that's what they want as their first pick. They can break up Morgana and Caitlyn. We know that they have good Morgana players in their team, and we know there's good Morgana players on both teams. I think that's like going to be a really contested.
Oh
I think
yeah.
it's first picked or banned every game this series.
For Steven, he flip flops all over the place. Is he gonna go meet up with Nick me in the bot lane, or is he gonna stick it mid?
I think that's a stretch. I think you lose the series if you do that.
I think he should be
go
mid.
mid.
Yeah.
Okay, so he has to go mid to face
So-
off.
It's not about facing off Chose, but more about getting his roams off and getting pressure on the map like he was trying to do in this last game.
Right.
So are we gonna see Kiana again, or do you think he's like, no Kiana, that was dumb?
He's gonna play something else.
Dude, how do I change a file on a different scene without switching to that scene?
I do not know.
I don't know either. Well, it's gonna black screen for a second while I fuck with this, I guess.
Is this in OBS?
Yeah, I'm just trying to change the layout for everything. RGB,
I'll be back.
There you go. I don't know how to change. I don't know. I suck at OBS. I don't give a fuck. I don't know if Elena has a new file. Wow. Okay. Cool. Yeah, exciting series though.
Yeah.
That game I mean, it looked close at the start, but MBB, once they got ahead, they just stayed ahead. Just kept pushing tempo.
Would you change anything about MBB's first round bans? Because I think they're pretty on point.
No, I think they're pretty solid. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, there were like a couple ganks that the Rammus got off, but it didn't look like, you know, they had the early game really down with the Rammus, and then when Vi hit 6, it was like, oh, it's Vi time all over the place. And even before that, like the Vi got that invade that we saw on the bot side, where they had a ton of bot pressure, mid pressure, and Vi just got to take everything in Rammus's face. Like, felt pretty bad. Even with the double crab, like, I don't know, like the Rammus felt a little benign, and like a lot of that is, yeah, I think attributed to those two bans, because I think like in terms of getting backline, like, do you like, you know, like just think about how much different those dives could have been if instead of Steven, like, you know, I don't know, flash E-ing in to try to initiate stuff. What if they had a Sejuani or a Zach that could dive backline for them and start the setups?
Yeah.
But that was all off the table when they're all banned and all of his other champions are banned. So I do think that those bans are right. And then I think, honestly, you just take away Zed and Steven. He's a little bit defanged a little bit. He needs to find other picks that really get him in the game. This Kiana pick might not be it, but I know Steven plays a lot of other things. There's the Akali, there's the Aurelia. He has options. I'm really curious to see what option he pulls out now.
I bet we see an Aurelia, especially if they get like a Morgana pick or something. I bet we see an Aurelia.
Just to be like, you know, you're on the back foot. Like, you should try your comfort stuff.
Yeah.
Try to carry. And Elena, mid-series, still makes a graphic and gives it to me for the stream.
Oh my god.
What does that say? Is she saying, like, this isn't even taking her full brain power, she can just make graphics for me anyway? I don't know how I feel about that.
It means that she has a template already saved. She changes like one figure, 'cause it's the match lead, isn't it?
So guys, because I'm a big dummy, I forgot that I didn't have milk, but I bought cereal. So here's my question to you, everybody. What is your favorite cereal to eat dry? Apparently Pops is not that dry.
No.
Do you have yogurt? Because I've done that in a panic situation where I didn't have milk.
I do not have yogurt.
Y'all fuckers are gonna hate me for this, but I always eat cereal dry. I'm lactose intolerant, number one.
I hate you for that.
Yeah,
there's so many milk substitutes.
I mean,
yeah,
I'm lactose intolerant, and I just don't like the taste of milk or anything that tastes like milk. And like, I don't know, I just don't like soggy things. I don't like the texture when cereal gets soggy, so I always eat cereal dry. So.
Dude, you're so
I can
wrong.
respect that, Brian.
I can't.
I personally like Honey Bunches of Oats. It doesn't make me feel. It doesn't make me feel like a bad person, but it still tastes pretty fucking good.
That's granola.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of Raisin Bran.
I don't
You're
know
really wrong, Adam.
I don't know if I can stand behind that one.
Yeah, Raisin Bran and like soy milk or almond milk.
All right.
That's
the
way.
more important question is, Worlds Pick'ems. Who's done them yet?
Oh.
Yeah, it's hard to pick
Hold
who's
on.
gonna win after LCS
Adam.
teams go through first in every division.
True, dude.
Adam, I need to know why do you drink soy/almond?
Yeah, I mean it's kind of like milk, like dairy milk, kind of makes my tum upset. It gives me the toot toots.
Oh, okay. So I was gonna say, if you're doing it to like, cause it's like better for you, it's the worst thing for the environment. Like almond milk.
Almond milk is terrible.
Yeah. Like.
Wait, but like cow farming is also terrible for the environment.
The process
Yes.
of making almond milk is ridiculously inefficient in terms of water use.
Well, not just that, but also the fact that like, so growing almonds, right, in California, there's this huge deal where you have to move bees to California to like one almond farm, and it takes like 90% of all the bees in America to do this. And by 90% of bees, I don't mean wild. I mean like beekeepers are loading up their bees and shipping them to California.
Look, you know, I'm sympathetic to the plight of any specific like, you know, problems that anything causes, but like, damn, you know, like chicken farming's bad for the environment, so I eat eggs for breakfast. That's bad. Cow farming's bad for the environment, so I eat like,
you see,
you know, that I feel like okay. Yes, I agree, but like me eating a bowl of cereal every day is not gonna make or break anything. Like, I feel like I'm pretty green overall. Like I've only owned a car for like 6 months in my life. Like I'm gonna be okay eating a bowl of cereal every morning with
Right.
almond milk.
I'm not like calling you. I'm just letting you know that like
I feel attacked.
out of them all, I feel like you're better off drinking like soy milk, or you should look. Well, you guys live in California, right?
I don't anymore.
Oh, big band's
Oh, where
going. Let's go, boys.
That was
Where do you
quick.
live, Adam? I
GB
need to
first
know.
band Kane.
Metro Detroit, suburbs of Detroit.
Oh, I don't think anything locally sourced is
Good
gonna
band.
do what you want. So
Cane
Never
by
mind.
band.
Vi, there you go. That's the first change in pick band. Let's see if MBB matches with any changes or they just stick to their guns.
See, I don't know that I agree with the Viban either, though, because I think that Kane is his standout champ. I think that he has several other champs that are going to be as good as the Vi that we saw.
They get rid of the Caitlyn.
It's gonna be the Sedge band. And
Yeah.
nothing new from MBB, but 2 new bands thrown into the mix by GB. Do you think they picked the Morgana first here? And yep, they do.
I think that they do, yeah.
Yep, they thought it was too threatening.
I think
the
that's
first
the big
game.
reason they took blue side.
I mean, surely MBB saw that coming though, so
Yeah.
they have to have a response built.
I think blue side is really good for them here, though, because it's like they either get the Morgana or they get one of these other 3.
Yeah, and to be honest, the red side, how they picked band on the red side was a little mind-boggling because they never really counterpicked with that red side. Like Kiana's not a counterpick champion. And they picked Rumble early in the draft too, and they picked Brand early in the draft. All their counterpicks they picked pretty early, and so it was kind of like, red side was kind of wasted honestly. And so yeah, I think you're right on blue side, especially if they don't play the counterpick game. I think blue side is just a lot safer for GB to be on. But giving away the Orianna Jhin combo, Orianna, one of Joe's big standout champions. Some of his best games have been on Orianna, so looking forward to see what that can do here. Ash Morgana pick, nothing too surprising, and the Cho'Gath on Oliver.
I will say I'm surprised that again they didn't pick jungle in the top 3, because that means that they're gonna
You're gonna
get
get
target
pinched
banned again.
Right.
Yeah.
And you know, I do think on the other hand, the Cho'Gath, like Rumble looked really good last game because Oliver looked really good. He popped off in lane. In the mid game, he had some big fights he just couldn't overcome. Like, you know, he was the real thing that let them get in this game. But with Rumble, you know, on the board, they opt to go for the Cho'Gath instead. And if you guys remember, like, some of their biggest wins have been on Cho'Gath. Their win against AR, an upset that not very many people saw coming, was on the back of Oliver's Cho'Gath and just eating people. But here's the thing. It was also on the back of Hungaroni's Sejuani, and that's off the board. So the Nunu will be off the board too. The Zac will be off the board too. So I think you're right. Like, the further they get pinched, like, where is Hungaroni going to go with this pick? I mean, maybe he even played Vi, and that's off the board too. So it's a little bit of a quandary for them.
Oh
And
my
it looks
god,
like
the
both
amount
jungles.
of jungle.
Yeah, it's going to be jungle bans all over the board here. It's going to be literally both teams are going to ban 4 junglers and then 2 people that aren't junglers. So 8 out of 10 bans are going to be jungle bans, most likely.
All right, so is it going to be a Hecarim ban from either of these two?
Ooh, that'd be a good play. So I'm looking at that Jhin ADC, right? Now Morgana and Ashe, they're squishy. Jhin will, you know, kill them. Cho'Gath, though, do you think Jhin is gonna be able to four-shot Cho'Gath?
It depends
Like-
how Cho'Gath builds. If he builds Glacial, I mean, I think it doesn't matter that much.
Glacial Cho'Gath is a lot more killable, but I think the whole point of it is that they can pick you down very easily between Glacial procs as well as Ashe and Morgana.
Yeah, for sure. They have a ton of pick. I mean,
I'm guessing
I think the
that's
ban was
supposed
a
to be-
Jhin Zhao ban. Yep,
Yeah.
Jhin Zhao ban.
Damn.
And
They
so, yep,
really did ban all
another
the
jungle ban.
junglers.
MBB here
Yeah.
choosing to take away the
Hecarim.
Hecarim. What does that mean for GB?
Maybe Jack?
And saving the top lane pick as their counter pick for MBB.
No, that's smart.
And do we see Steven's famed Aurelia here?
Trundle.
Trundle pick.
Don't
He's
like it as
solid all-around
much.
comp. Actually, Trundle's not bad here. Orianna and Jhin aren't very mobile characters, and Trundle Pillar can actually fuck them pretty hard. Trundle Pillar into like Arrow or Cho'Gath. It's just really
It can
hard for them to
interrupt a
escape from.
Nautilus.
Ooh, yeah.
Oh,
I
wow.
know. I would be very hard to believe that.
No, I mean,
Yasuo in an
I
elimination.
could see it.
Oh
And
my
there it
god.
is. Okay. Okay, so we have to talk about this Yasuo pick. Obviously, the Yasuo Cho'Gath combo, where Ash Arrow and a Yasuo Cho'Gath, you know, that's going to be a big one for them. Pillar 2 can proc the Yasuo. And, you know, Steven's Yasuo is pretty legit. Like, I think, like, the pick can make sense, but that requires this Cho'Gath to go Glacial, number one. And number two, ooh, the Wukong pick. Number two, like, it's a team that really just depends on this Yasuo. Like, the Yasuo needs to find strength. Steven didn't really find strength in the last game on the Kiana. And if he doesn't find strength this game, this comp falls apart. You need the combos to come in. On the other hand, MBB has a lot of carry threats like Orianna, Jhin, Wukong. Any of these can take over the game, and a Wukong Hecarim dive combo with like Orianna ball is pretty insane. I don't know. Pretty interesting teams. Which ones do you guys favor in this specific game?
I honestly don't remember the last time I saw Steven on Yasuo.
I mean, I've seen him play in solo queue and stuff like that a little bit. He's not like a huge Yasuo one trick, but it's definitely been on his table. You know, it fits the mold that he likes to play, like the Aurelias, the AD,
The high mobility.
melee, high mobility champions. But I mean, I don't want to dig up old demons, but y'all that were here for BTL season 5 might have watched the finals where he pulled out the Yasuo and I think went like 2-8 on the Yasuo in like, it might have been the decider game 1, I'm not sure. So the history in BTL from Steven for his Yasuo isn't a shining one, but that's only like 1 or 2 games. He actually had another game that season where he like went 19 and something or something like that. So like, you know, it's been a little bit up and down. I think if Steven can find some ground though and get some space against Orianna, it can be a pretty lethal pick. Like, and the combo, I mean, it's there. And honestly, the MBB dive team doesn't have that many people that dive. They're diving in Ashe Morgana, which is not super easy because of Morgana. The Cho'Gath is going to be pretty big. Trundle's going to be pretty big. Yasuo is going to be relatively difficult to dive depending on how he builds and where he stands. So, you know, the MBB comp like is countered to a certain extent. Yeah. But I don't know. I think in terms of overall effectiveness, like I like the damage scatter on MBB. I like the aggression that they can bring. Their 2v2s should be decently strong. They don't really like the mid 2v2. The Hecarim Orianna mid 2v2 is actually pretty weak. They want to stay away from it. But the 2v2s on the top side and the lane control that the bot side could offer are pretty strong. I think, you know, like nameplates off. I think I honestly think would prefer GB's comp. Nameplates off, but nameplates on. Like, I don't know if the Morgana matchup matters to Lena. I'm actually really surprised that Lena didn't pick Leona here. I think Leona would have been kind of sick. Like, Leona's actually not bad in Morgana. You can go on the Morgana when she shields and then flash and Q like the Ashe or something like that. Nahlis doesn't necessarily have the same luxury. But I mean, nameplates off. I think GB's comp is pretty interesting. But MBB is such on a turn that, like, I don't know, maybe individual skill or something, maybe their momentum signs out and then MBB goes through. What are y'all's predictions? Are we going to play Silver Scrapes today?
I like MBB here.
Fear the shadows.
I'm really hoping for the good boys to you know,
Push
come
to the
back.
limit.
Yeah.
I want your opinion. I'll
I
beat
think
it out of you.
if Steven plays a really good game and, you know, his
I
teammates
mean,
can follow up behind him,
looking at Good Boys more and more, I'm liking the Yasuo pick more now that I've had time to mull it over. Like, Windmill
Yeah.
just stops Jhin ult in its tracks.
exactly. Like,
I
think
kind of agree with
Steven on
what
Yasuo is like, it's gonna be crazy. Now, against their current team, like that Wukong and Hecarim can shut that Yasuo down pretty hard, like going for an early engage. But if Trundle's supporting Yasuo and, you know, does the pillar, whatever, like, it could really stop the Hecarim or the Wukong from, like, just totally destroying Yasuo.
Speak of the devil, I'm getting a Genshin Impact ad on this Twitch stream.
Oh, what ad?
Genshin Impact.
I return.
Is that a game? Was that the game that Sky was playing the other day?
Yes.
Big booby game? Okay.
Big booby game. That's the one.
The warrior spirit is never broken.
You know,
I'm hella hungry, dude. I gotta get something to eat. Ice cream or some shit.
I was really looking forward to a nice bowl of ice cold milk with cereal, but now I'm just eating it like popcorn. But as I'm eating pop cereal, this literally is kettle corn. There's a problem in America that we feed children fucking circus dessert for breakfast. Oh boy, kids, get your caramel popcorn, and here, have some fatty milk with it. You're gonna definitely grow big eating this. I don't know about strong, but you'll get big.
Honestly, talking is probably the easiest, right?
While we wait, I have another question for everyone, and that is, with malls going to the wayside, what do you think is gonna replace a mall as far as, like, structurally?
Empty malls.
Yeah, like, what's gonna move, like...
Urban blight.
Urban what?
Blight.
This was once a mall. Now it's where people do heroin and tack up the place. This used to be where the Coach bags were. Now there's a passed out man dying on opioids. Welcome to America. But I was thinking about it in a serious manner of doing like indoor farming and like setting up like I want to call it like a soup kitchen, but you know, low income food distribution. Set up some of those cool fish tanks that filter out into like hydroponic plants.
Some tilapia farming.
Yeah, so tilapia farming that also has hydroponics, and like the filtration system on those is really cool, but it takes up a lot of space. But malls, they're huge, and the thing that took up the most space, they're literally each one of them is all going down. Like,
yeah, I agree with what Misa said. Give me some higher density housing in suburbs, baby.
You want more people in the suburbs?
I want more people in less space, baby.
I can get behind that.
Don't come at me with your zoning regulations, boy.
We're going with the Kowloon walled city shenanigans here.
What?
Oh, dude, it's crazy. Look it up.
What am I looking up?
Walled city?
Walled
Kowloon walled
city.
city. I'll type it in the BTL chat.
Is
Some
it
triad
like
shit.
Is it like in general, or where am I looking?
No, I
For
just
this.
switched that on. I'll send you a link or something.
I'm like so confused. I'm like,
So it was a district in Hong Kong that was exceptionally densely packed. I'll just like send it to you directly or something.
oh, okay.
I say was because they tore it down, but it was also like it was a hotbed for the triads and stuff like that too. Tons of like
Holy
organized crime and everything.
fuck.
But it was insanely densely packed. Like on the wiki
What?
page, you click on the first picture, it was like
What the shit? How many stories is that? Like,
Here.
cause like,
Can you help him? You don't need to.
yeah, dude. No, fuck that. That looks like Murder City. Like, I feel like I
mean,
walk
it
in
was.
there.
Basically.
And what's crazy is it looks like a fucking stone's throw away. You have like some okay looking hotels, or I don't know what those are, like apartment complexes.
Yeah, you know, actually, oh, we gotta pause to start the game.
Oh, no.
Wouldn't be BTL without it.
Oh, it ended immediately.
So
Okay.
go on, Brian. Tell me more.
Yeah, so like, you know, this isn't fully related, but for some reason today, I was just thinking, like, you know, we have BTL movie night sometimes. We need to have more, by the way, because in quarantine, we gotta watch some cinema. We gotta get Mayo some fucking culture up in this bitch.
Shoutouts to Mayo.
Yeah, shout out to Mayo, uncultured swine. But like, yeah, I mean, like, I was thinking, man, dude, I really want to watch like, you know, a Hong Kong action film. You know, like hard boiled kind of shit. Like that's what I want to see.
Like
I
the
love
old
those
school,
kind of
like 80s movies.
Yeah, dude.
Like Little Big Trouble in Little China.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, kind of. But yeah, like, you know, I want to watch those kind of films, man.
Misa's correct. Mayo wants to watch Hamilton for a 5th time.
Why is my Legends of Runeterra not loading? It keeps failing.
Mayo told me unironically the other day that the Emoji Movie was his favorite movie. I'm just saying.
Wait.
What?
I lied. He didn't actually say that, but you can just tell from how he speaks. Like, you know that's his favorite movie, all right?
Now, you know, I've never seen it, but I hear like Inside Out or whatever the emotional movie is. I hear it's a good one.
Yeah, it's really good. I like it a lot.
I never saw it because I'm an American white male and I'm not allowed to have feelings. So.
What?
I say break that.
Whoa, what? Well, hold on, brother. I had to come out of mute just to make sure we didn't go down a hole that we didn't want to go down.
No, I'm mostly joking, but also not.
All right.
So this Cho'Gath Wukong.
Yeah, Cho'Gath Wukong going. Oh, look at that root. I feel like Ash could have
big
done
trade
more
from
with
Steven.
that.
Steven has some lane power already.
Yeah, so far the Yasuo's looking good.
Yeah,
I need to
man,
fix the
I think
stupid unit
Yasuo
frames.
I think Yasuo.
So do you, Dan.
Oh my god, so many unit frames.
Oh.
Why did I do it in that order? I don't know, whatever.
Man, you know, I love watching people play Jhin, and I like playing Jhin, but I feel like the enemy team just has to be like the squishiest thing for it to really work. Because, like, those 4 shots, like, every single one has to count. You can't, like, auto-attack a minion when you mean to hit a champion.
Put it this way,
You
like,
get a
I
lot
agree.
of potential poke on Jhin.
Yeah, I agree that, like, say, oh no! No black shield, that's gonna be a lot of damage. Oh, misses the W. Still a big trade though. Vid
That was
takes
a
a lot
nice
of time.
punish for nice trade from Pantene Puma onto Nick Me, taking advantage.
He only really got like 2 autos in though. I mean, overall, like, that's just a lot of lane control for this bot lane. They can just sit here and control them off. A little bit of extra poke on Chia Snack. She's just gonna ignore it. She has an extra biscuit up too.
Was Yasuo win well in that fight just for autos? And is there anything that Oriana's kit that the win wall blocks?
It stops the ball from moving.
Yeah, it just
It
drops.
does?
Yeah.
Oh.
Orion is Zoom actually. Oh, top gank. Got the red buff on. It's gonna be a little bit, no more than that. Oh, and Joe might have
Got a
died
flash.
here. Oh, the Trundle. Oh, and because of the flash, the pillar actually pins her against the wall. No harm, no foul.
With that black
Wave
shield.
control. Yeah, wave control is currently in the favor of GB, and this game is looking a lot better in the bot lane at the very least.
Oh, for sure.
Oh, but she finds the pick. Oh, the W misses from Nick Mead.
Yep, that's
And-
Still gets the flash out.
And these missed W's are
Those are
going to
important.
hurt. Oh.
Oh no!
He might
I
get
think he
there
just goes for
solo,
it,
but he
right?
dies for it as well. No, he has flash. There's a
Oh, he
chance.
does?
Oh, he actually decides to hold his flash. Thought he was gonna die anyway. Might have died to
Yeah.
the red burn. That's actually pretty favorable for. I mean, obviously it's not the greatest thing for like
First
MBB,
blood, buddy.
but it's actually relatively favorable for them because they get this wave in, and Steven has to walk from base. He's gonna miss a bunch of creeps here. A lot of XP.
I think Hungaroni should have gone to catch that
Yeah,
wave.
he should have. And this wave is gonna slow push on the bot side too. And
What character
we said,
has your favorite voice lines? Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I mean, Jin's gotta be one of them, I think. I like Kindred's
I
too.
don't know. I feel like Jin just never shuts up.
Nah,
Like, he talks a
Have you
lot.
played Ezreal or Tarek?
That's how I feel about Trundle. Trundle to me has the
I
worst.
have
voice
not.
line.
Wait, have you played? Speaking of never shutting up, Saya or Khan in the same lane? I'm just saying.
Oh my god, yes.
Like Trundle keeps telling me like about shit about trolls that I just don't want to know.
If you want to hear something interesting I learned about
Or
today,
Ash talking about Avarosa nonstop.
I thought you were gonna do the meme when you said if you wanna. I thought you were gonna be like text troll to like stop getting troll facts or something.
No. I found out today in my Kitchens of Asia class that now this is everyone in Korea.
Oh, that's a lot of
apparently.
people.
Oh,
Steven still has flash though. They might not know that. Steven has 6. Gets the flash out. Good roam to burn the
he's
flash.
out.
They had to trade the
Dang.
Nautilus flash for it though, so it's not free necessarily, but on a easy back timer, they should feel like decently good about it. I'm honestly a little surprised they didn't transition that into the dragon with the Yasuo so chunked. Could have been possible.
Yeah, even their bot lane's shoved up right now, so it could work.
I think that was
TV's gonna
Joe's
pick away.
first back. No, second back.
Joe died. That counts as his back.
Why is he already backing?
No, I was just trying to figure out his buy windows and stuff.
Man, that lane, that wave was pushing.
Yeah, they could freeze here. Depends what they want to do with it. To be honest, the freeze would be kind of disgusting here in the bot lane.
Oh, a freeze would help them a lot. Oh.
Nice W.
Oh.
But he did that to get the wave in. Now he can get a free back.
I don't know how free that is.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
Oh, walking into Wukong.
Oh.
Oh, didn't stop the back.
Oh, no.
This game's looking pretty stable compared to the last game.
Yeah, I think everybody is, you know, on edge.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Steven didn't ult off that. I thought he was gonna ult off that. Oh, the counter gank. Steven doesn't have charm or his tornado up anymore. Oh, but he gets it up here. Oh, and he dies. Nice
He was
combo.
waiting for a
Oh,
better.
and it's gonna be
target.
another under tower. Joe almost. Oh, the tornado misses, and Joe's gonna get one back because of it.
Oliver takes one too many tower shots though.
Still a
trade.
3-kill Yasuo at 8 minutes of the game. That's that's.
I think that's
tasty.
I mean, that's the win
not
con.
only that, it's also.
Oh, no.
Steven.
Oh,
I
I
think
guess it
this
was
is where
after shot.
Steven leaves. Oh.
Oh, dodges the tornado.
Oh.
Dodges
is
the
kinda
hook. There's
awkward.
a Nautilus ultimate. Mid, roams mid, tries to help him out. Karasaki ace, knocks up. She is next is in a little trouble. Spider-Man's over to the wall, hit the mid, try to pull off the Nick
She is
Karasaki
probably
ace
gonna
wants
go
this.
down here.
Tornado.
Wow.
Oh,
Nick
picks up the kill on
Mead
the
picking one
mid.
out the back. Oh, the flash shield! No! Oh, she dies, but Steven's gonna go down and give a shutdown here. Most likely, he's making it hard though. Oh, but if he gives it to Nick Mead, that would be really. Oh, he gives Nick Mead!
Oh, that picks up the kill on the Jin!
What a move!
Dude, he Oh, he did that. I feel like perfectly. I
Yeah,
mean,
definitely.
That fight lasts so long.
He made it real hard to take him down, and he takes a lot of people with him.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the win con. Yasuo being big here is the win con. You want to combo into the Yasuo and have the Yasuo hard carry. Yeah, I mean, pretty solid for them.
And I mean, their bot lane isn't even level 6 yet, so
yeah. If they were 6 in that realm, I think
would
they
have
would
been totally different.
And just based on where we are now, like, there's no one who's going to be able to match a Yasuo on MBB.
They need that dragon, like, super bad. And it looks like they're just going to let them have it.
And Oliver's just doing Cho'Gath things.
Yep. I guess Trundle is gonna go get a Rift Herald for his troubles.
Oh, nice.
Oh, everybody.
Nick me with the double side step.
Mark the spot.
Oh, and this shield is down. Oh, and the snare misses, but the flash gets him out. And honestly, we saw in the last game like a huge top difference and a huge bot difference. Neither of those things are the case in this game. They're a lot more even. Schwei's actually ahead in CS. Ooh, big tower take.
Hecarim comes in.
The tower's not dead yet. Oh, it goes down.
Not taking much damage. Steven goes in on two.
Steven's probably gonna get a kill here. He might get two.
Go in for Orianna. Oh, but there's
Elena's here to lock him down. He's gonna go down.
And the MVP bot lanes, I mean, they've been doing a lot in the mid lane, but it also means that they haven't been asserting the dominance that they did last game.
We say that, and it's definitely not the same as it was last game. But Nicki is still like 30 CS up right now. So there's still something there, but
that is true.
But on the other hand, look at the difference in top. Remember how big the Rumble was compared to the Malphite? That isn't the game. That isn't the case this time. This Wukong is actually ahead of CS. Yeah, it's pretty stable.
They're still both kind of just on their island, so.
It's definitely just the play differential there. Try gotta play well.
What do you guys think about the Bork rush on Ashe versus Essence Reaver? I think I would personally go Essence Reaver this game.
Yeah, probably Essence Reaver this game, personally. I mean, for me, it's just, it's pretty straightforward. If I need to kite a lot and if I need to, like, burn tanks, I get Bork. If I need to play against Squishy, I get Essence Reaver. This game is a little different because, like, they do have a lot of dive, but...
Well, Bork, I mean, it's not the biggest deal, but, she can always, Hecarim lower his damage output, even if it's just a little bit.
Lower his damage output?
Yeah, doesn't he,
drop his passive damage by, like...
Yeah.
By slowing him?
Yeah.
I don't know if that's my rationale for taking Bork, but yeah. I mean, you could W him and do that.
But, it all adds up.
I guess. I think Bork would have been okay for this game, too. I think, honestly, I wouldn't go wrong with either of them in this game because, like, I think Bork in this game is not bad. There are going to be a lot of towers on you. And Bork is the easier transition into Death Dance.
Zap damage from Steven.
Oh. Steven's gonna get somebody.
He
gets speared! That was a really good Hecarim ult.
No.
The Hecarim ult actually prevented Steven from dashing and killing Orianna under tower.
Nice sidestep by Vid.
Yeah, my rationale for going Essence Reaver on Ashe is really just to lower CD so you can ult more. You're really more of a utility AD carry at this point.
Disregard the fact that we just saw Steven Q the minion twice and miss.
It's not a big deal.
He got in the end.
Well, there's the Juke's Formation Pro. Nice S move on that. Karasaki is going for the kill. There's the knock up. Karasaki goes in. Ooh, falls down. Gets eaten by the Shogun.
Oh yeah, chomps are a thing.
Oh,
the mid being aggressive here. Going in on Nickmean has the ultimate.
Lots of TPs. This Hecarim is going to take the Ashe out. Surely.
Yeah.
Joe with the TP in. And they trade the top side for the bot side here. Oh.
There's no ward for Oliver
the
to
W
TP
hits.
to.
It's Gonna be a lot of damage on Hungaroni. Not gonna be enough. His ult heals him to full.
Try TP's top. Oliver should try and look to move off of this.
Dragon is coming up soon though, and Milwaukee Bucks maybe really need to back and use the gold that they just got. Looks like that's what they're doing right now.
Okay, I'm not gonna fight them. You can just run out.
And
what's the dragon timer? Am I blind?
15 seconds, 14.
You have to make a change in the config folder, which I haven't done.
Wait, to put up the timers?
For Dan, he does.
For Dragon, yeah.
Why do you have to do that?
I don't know, man. It's not on default. You have to like enable it.
Or,
default for me.
You have to enable it, right? It's default for me.
Yeah, it's default for me.
It wasn't default for me for some reason.
Wait, I mean, have you gone to the little eye at the bottom? The interface, just press I and then click on objective timers?
Yeah, the objective timers are there, it's just dragon timers not there.
Huh, okay, that's weird.
It's also only one team's red buff and blue buff.
Huh.
Yeah, it's very upsetting.
Oh, Dan gets the free-to-play version of dragon timer.
Uh-oh. Steven's gonna pick up another one and Wei Pro most likely. See if Wei can get himself out of this.
Oh, nice bait.
Oh no.
Those are good mind games though by the Wukong. And Duo thinks he's alone, but there's the Nautilus to join him.
Wei Pro should be able to escape with Flash.
Oh, Panty Puma's getting ulted on
wow,
the chin.
wait, Wei Pro is actually smurfing right now. Oh,
nice buy-in from Morgana.
Hecarim goes down, but that's gonna be a tower.
And
wait, look at top lane. Look at Wei Pro. He's almost full HP. He honestly kind of smurfed on him there. Wasted a ton of time and got a lot of bot pressure on the bot side. Uh-oh, Vid. Oh no, the snare hits. Oh, and that's goodbye for Vid. And this game, that could have been the breakthrough they needed. This game has been really close up to this point, but that's a lot of pressure on the bot side.
Yeah, Joe's only 1,000 gold behind Steven now.
Yeah, Joe's huge, and honestly, like Joe being huge is really important for this comp. They dive with Joe Ball, and they can kill like if Joe's big enough, Joe presses R, and those people just fucking die. So like, yeah, pretty critical. I mean, both these mid laners are very critical to their team's compositions right now. Wow. And honestly, I still can't get over it. Schwai played that so well. Was able to turn it back, forced them to back off tower, didn't even lose tower in a 2v1, didn't die, didn't have to burn flash, and got out with like full HP. That's actually like phenomenal. And Joe here to match. Joe doesn't have TP, so it's just going to be a 4v4 for this Herald if they choose to take it. With the most fed members down the bot lane. Ooh, this... Joe getting a lot of damage out onto Steven.
Oh.
Nope. That's going to be the extent of it. And Joe burns ult for that. Hecarim in a weird spot. Gonna take a big chunk. A lot of people are stuck in the mid lane right now.
They just need an opening.
And which team do you think is looking to be more aggressive in this part of the game?
I think right now, the Scuttlers are need to be more aggressive.
The
while
Scuttlers?
The Scuttlers?
Not about our Scuttlers, right?
No, this is GV versus SV, bro.
Oh, that's
GV versus MBB.
Oh, and MBB, oh my god, dude. Oh my god. I went back in the past. I saw Misa in the Twitch chat and I was like, oh dude, Misa's in this game 100%. He's in Twitch chat and on Hecarim at the same time.
Yeah, definitely. I think as long as Cho'Gath is up top dealing with Wukong, I think the good boys are going to have a really hard time because Cho'Gath is really their only other knockup besides the Trundle pillar, but I feel like that's kind of it's like harder to make it happen, you know?
Oh, Schwai. No mana though. Actually a pretty risky fight he's taking here.
He doesn't win that.
Yeah, I mean he might go down. He might have to flash. Nope. He still gets the second proc. He's fine. No mana. Oliver has TP advantage actually right now, briefly. Schwei's gonna have to reset and give some wave. If he doesn't, then he won't have TP for this fight. Or he won't be able to have mana to TP with. Oh, big chunk. Oh, the W misses.
But now he knows that the ult's gone, so...
Got a lot of pressure here.
Oh. Oh.
They're using the Herald for space here. They're gonna
Yeah.
use the Herald to get over to the dragon. Joe is in a weird spot. Bid doesn't get hit by the W. Joe getting run down. The arrow misses.
Oh, the Ash arrow misses.
Oh, Steven gets a big ult backline.
It's two people.
Nick Bede's actually okay though. Oh no, not for long. Steven with the flashy. Oh, Ash is gonna get run down by this Wukong. Oh no, Wukong audibles. And he's just gonna go down for free unless he does something. They're not falling for it.
He mind gamed the team.
Wait, he
again.
actually got him to run away from him.
Meanwhile, the Herald is still...
Big fight from GB though. Getting their foothold back in this game.
So,
Honestly, we gotta give kudos to Schwei mind
that
gaming.
big, with that
Yeah, he's
big
alive.
brain, 1000 IQ play. Surprised Ash isn't just gonna go. Oh, I guess now this is up, so you can't just go take turrets left and right.
Emote.
It's a big game from Steven so far though. It definitely carried that fight going backline there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and
But
Nick
he
Mead
knew he
blew
could
both
do it.
its summoners there and still died. And I kind of like Oliver going Grasp Cho just to be obnoxiously tanky, and Jin's gonna have a hard time killing him.
Right. He went Rod of Ages too. So at least he still has some AP damage coming in.
Oh. Oh.
And the next significant timer is what? I mean, nothing really. It's just the Baron.
Yeah. So the team who first attempts Baron.
Oh, Vid.
Oh.
Oh, nice pillar. Very nice pillar from Hungaroni.
I was really worried there for that Morgana's life. Wait, what was that?
They're forcing the...
No,
Forcing the
I
engage.
thought. No, I thought
Megan goes down.
the Q hit something, but it didn't.
That's some space. Did they go for the Baron with this?
They might try.
Do they have
Schwei
the
doesn't have
damage?
TP.
They have Cho'Gath with ult, so they have double the
Do
smite.
two
effectively.
smites. Oh.
Honestly, surprised they didn't beeline the Baron here. They want to try to get a pick instead. They're not confident they can beeline it fast enough.
Yeah.
Oh, Meteo's going in a little bit too hand by himself. Waging Pro a little bit afterwards. Karasaki Ace going in, and that's going to be a double. And
Are
a,
they
big,
just gonna stand behind him? Yeah.
and a bit of a blunder there. A miscommunication between Hecarim and Wukong there, going in one by one and dying one by one.
Yeah.
But in the end, it's just kills. They can't pressure the Baron right now. So it seems.
No. Not even a little bit. Cleaning out some vision. Man, those 9 kills on. Yeah.
Yeah, they're big, but what it is going to be even
11,000
bigger.
gold on
Yeah, what is going to be even bigger is when that Yasuo accesses that Death Dance he's trying to build. It's going to be really difficult to deal with him at that point.
He's like...
What does the Aegis do on Yasuo?
Death Dance. He's building Death Dance.
The shield.
Yeah. It builds into Death Dance.
Oh, I did not know that. I thought that was like just an iron locket thing.
There's the DD.
Now it looks like they're starting to set up for the Baron. And they know it. Ah, yes. The ward. Jin's weakness.
Oh, nice shield from Vid, but he still probably dies here.
Yeah, he's still gonna go down here. Pretty big pick. Ashe on the bot side. Where are they gonna get off of this? There's a mid wave crashing though. They don't really have mid cryo for this, and I think Stevens is gonna run down for the mid tower.
Yeah, I think he's gonna trade mid for top tower.
Joe has TP. He's gonna back in TP surely. Yep, there he is. Tower might go down anyway.
Yeah, I mean that doesn't change anything. Dang, dude.
And
Steven's gonna look for him here. Ooh, he misses the tornado.
Nick and Thomas are setting up vision for Dragon.
That would have been a solo kill had he hit the tornado. Oh no, and he might go down in return. Elena with the flash ult. It looks like it's gonna be Steven going down. That's actually pretty big.
Yeah, that's huge.
They're gonna beeline to the dragon.
They can't stay.
I have a feeling they should have beelined for the Baron, but you know, denying the soul point or denying soul point, I guess, might be the right choice here too.
Oh man.
I don't think I can get out of this one.
Nobody wants to do Baron first.
I mean, it's a little bit harder for MBB if they don't set up their vision. Not to mention that Jin takes Baron super slowly. So they can just whittle it down, and then they get a flash feast from Cho'Gath, and it's done.
Joe has butchered his build so heavily. He's on so many components right now. Joe is
the male special?
Yeah, Joe doesn't have the power because of that though. His ults can be doing so much chunks, but he's butchered his items so heavily that he doesn't actually do any damage. Oh, he's gonna get chased down. Oh, the arrow. Oh, he's dead. That's big. The solo flank against a pick comp. They should have just walked in front to back. And a critical mistake that's gonna cost them the Baron most likely. Oh, Schwag gets caught with the snare. And it's curtains for him. And it's gotta be a miracle steal here. Oh, he goes in pretty early. It goes slow. Oh, no. Taken by the Yasuo. And that's pretty big swing. And part of that was Joe mispositioning, but I feel like they didn't take control in this mid game because Joe's items look like this. Never being able to finish an item here, he only is playing off of a 1 item spike, and he has 4 components right now. That's pretty brutal. 3 different items. Yeah, that's pretty brutal. He has to finish something. You can't do this and not make up your mind. Ooh, big ult. But see, that ult would have killed Nick if he had the right items.
Ah, gotcha.
That ult could have killed Panting Puma if he had the right items there.
Oh, that knock up from Oliver.
Saving the day. They're not just gonna do the speedy back with oh wait, what's Yasuo doing over there?
Life stealing.
Oh, I thought he was waiting to do that.
Oh, Vid goes down.
Yes.
Oh, the Ash arrow goes past the Wukong. Knock up on Steven. Oh, they're running back at them now. Steven didn't get an R. But they can't kill him back there. The Death Stance is too strong here. Death Stance PD. I think Steven's just gonna kill them all.
Yep.
Can't run from the Trundle.
Definitely not from the Trundle Ash combo.
And that's it for game 2. And we're going to Silver Scrapes, boys.
For sure.
Barring some miracle play by the Wukong with no ult. It's time for Silver Scrapes.
I need to learn how to do the Silver Scrape because my ranked game's been going pretty piss poor as of late. At least as of today. Yeah, no. Oh! That's a lot of damage. Once again, 1 for 1. Who's hungrier? Who wants it more?
Yeah, I mean, this game was a pretty big flip-flop from the last one. Pretty big flip-flop from the last one. Like, the lanes didn't nearly get, like, neither top nor bot got out of control as hard as they did in the last one. Look at Steven's damage here. Just destroying them. He was the win con, got strong early, and it really paid off for them here. So back to the drawing board it goes, and we're going to a break. Alright, I'm gonna get some food. Or something like that.
I had to step away. I missed anything good?
Alright, I gotta Postmates myself something. Win or lose, what do you guys think Elena would like to eat?
Taco Bell.
Nope.
It gotta be something with the chicken. It's probably fucking
Cha Cha
right?
chicken.
No, I can't Postmates Wingstop, I don't think.
Damn.
But you could get Main Chick, dude. Main Chick is really good.
Dude, Cha Cha chicken is the best.
What?
Cha Cha chicken.
Where's that?
Santa Monica.
Is it close enough to Postmates to me?
Yeah, you're at Hotel, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not that far.
How do you spell it?
Like CHA. It's like Jamaican food
Ah.
or Caribbean.
Could get it. Interesting. I don't know if Elena will like this. Maybe. Maybe I'll get something more familiar for her.
Do we know what sides are chosen?
Yep. MBB chooses blue side. Back on the
So
side
then
they
the
won
question
on.
becomes, does GB have to ban Morgana or Caitlyn?
Honestly, I think so.
I think they have to ban one of them. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not sure which one.
It was
but-
just so dominant in
Yeah.
the game that they let it through.
Predictably, right? I mean, it's a strong lane. They're both really good at those champs. I mean,
Mhm.
it's- Hey, Dan. Can someone try to get on Legends of Runeterra right now and tell me what's working for them?
Let me check.
Thanks. Because mine just keeps getting stuck at an updating screen.
Oh man. Hey guys, is life all downhill after 25?
Seems to be.
Yes. The answer to that is yes, sir.
Why?
Because I told my friend I'm gonna be 25 in 2 months. Guy down there. I don't want it to
I
be.
mean, I guess it's hard for me to judge on a normal lifetime because I'm 26 and my only time past 25 is this year, which is the worst year in the history of humanity. So.
Yeah, so it really did all go downhill from 25.
Yes,
So,
sir, it did.
you know, what's a little pandemic, right? It's not as
And I'm
if...
currently stuck at 97%.
Yeah, I'm stuck at like. I guess there was a patch. By the way, Bastion is busted now.
I just saw a YouTube feed about it. I'm like, okay, I don't care.
Dude,
What did they do?
So the spell used to be a
5
3-mana
mana.
burst. No, it used to be.
Oh no! I'm thinking of the other one.
So it used to be 3-mana burst, give spell shield for this round. Now it's
Is it
3-mana
permanent?
burst. Now it's 3-mana burst, grant +1/+1, and spell shield. So it's permanent spell shield, but also a permanent buff.
Oh, that's
For 3 mana. So it's now a 3-mana deny. That's like even better than deny for a single target.
okay.
Yeah, they basically already came out and said, yeah, we know we overtuned it. We'll fix it next patch.
The classic like overdoing it.
Yeah.
Love it.
And I'll be back.
Yeah, I get Thai food.
Nice. What's your go-to Thai food dish?
I like curries. A lot of curries. Like all the curry. Dude, I ate the rest of Nikolai's curry today. Or not curry, gumbo.
Speaking of curry, I bought a bunch of like single serving frozen Indian food meals from Trader Joe's. I got a bunch of different types so that I could figure out which ones I like. I will let you guys know in excruciating detail how each one is.
Excruciating.
Can you tell us how each of your taste buds tingle when you eat it?
Each one of my taste buds.
Adam, my update it just dropped down to like 70%. Climb back up. Classic Runeterra.
Maybe I should check Reddit, see if anyone's having issues.
Adam, have you played more Tarkov?
You know, I think I'm maybe over that game, to be honest, which I'm a little sad about.
Oh, Pick Bad started.
I'm just really bad at it.
So Zach Kane and Zed. Okay. Vi. Do they leave the Morgana or the Caitlyn? There it is. Ooh, Sejuani takeaway.
And they were sort of signaling that, right, with the Trundle ban?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man. I really want to see this game out, but I also really want to go to bed.
Good to see if GB picks something like the Nunu in the first 3 that has good tempo and can also get tanky.
Nope. Not yet, at least.
Alright. So the Sejuani takeaway with the Morgana down. Change the pick bands up a little bit. It's the same core from the GB comp. They didn't break up the Cho'Gath, so what did they do here? To let the Yasuo through again?
XR?
It's XR. I mean, that is a pretty nutty engage comp. Like, if you're talking about team fighting, that's where it's at. We haven't seen Nick meet Xayah for a while, so looking forward to it.
I think the Xayah here is a lot higher prio band for me than the Vi. I get the Kayn and I definitely get the Morgana. I don't totally get the Vi.
And they take the Yasuo so it doesn't get denied, and it's going to be GB running it back and MBB shaking it up a bit. And
alright, boys.
Now they have a choice.
Gone.
What?
I'm out.
Peace
Good night,
Good night, Zane.
I wish
dreams.
the best.
So now MVB has a choice to make. Do they pinch the support or the jungle here? I mean, in the past, in the last couple games, they've definitely been pinching jungle. Do they think that Vid was an issue? I mean, they banned the Morgana is already banned out. So
there's the bread.
Oh, it looks like they're gonna go down to the bot lane.
I also appreciate the order they picked Xayah in, so the picture looks right.
And it's pretty interesting that they even banned Brand, to be honest, because I think Xayah one-shots Brand. Malphite, they don't want the dive combo in. So MBB now has a choice to make. Jungle ban, support ban. The Nunu ban. feeling the pinching, fit the mid. What's he gonna roll with for GB? They're probably gonna pick the jungle here, save the support pick for the counter pick. I mean, well, they already counter picked because they already showed XR, so I guess they could save the jungle then. Never mind. It doesn't matter. They showed the jungle too, so there's really no good counter pick opportunity here. They just pick what feels really good for their team. And a Mumu is their answer. Going for the AoE comp. A Mumu just like Ashe to start it, a Mumu to snare it, Cho'Gath to knock it up, and a Yasuo to finish it off. And MBB looking to see if they have any counter picks to this. Ooh, and the Shen pick. Interesting matchup in the Cho'Gath. It's not super good for Shen. But once he comes out of the matchup, this is a hyper carry XR kind of comp. And what do they need for the mid lane? They need some damage. Got lots of tankiness already. Cassiopeia is up.
I kind of like Cass into Yasuo.
It's pretty easy to get womboed. She probably has to take cleanse. Oh, and it's Cass. Alright, it's a pretty straightforward front to back comp. Lots of engage, lots of setup. Against a really hard AoE comp. And Zyra versus Ashe Zyra is going to really depend on if they get poked out of the lane. But if they don't get poked out of the lane, they can all in pretty much whenever they want. Especially if Sejuani's around, that's guaranteed kills. And the MBB carries have got to get strong in this game. Zaya's going to be big, Cassiopeia's going to be big, and they've got to avoid the threat that is Steven's Yasuo. But I mean, overall, these comps look relatively similar. Some big damage threats from both teams, and some huge front lines.
And honestly, this is not the team that I want to be playing Sejuani into. I mean, Amumu's a pretty good Sejuani counter, and Yasuo Linwall is just so difficult to deal with when you're trying to do an engage ult.
Mm-hmm.
Come. Wait, we're not in the right order.
Well, now I'm just mad.
The weak fear the shadows.
Fear controls them.
Do not deny me.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
If I want your opinion, I'll beat it out of you. Your worst decisions will haunt you.
My non-client, oops, whatever. Oops, that's not the right overlay either. Not like this. Change this overlay out. There you go. Oh, we didn't even play Silver Scrapes. Are we trolling?
Yes.
We got 3 minutes right now. Cue it up, Daniel. Where you at? Do you even know how to cue it up?
I don't think I have permissions last time I tried.
Really? Okay. Are you gonna get muted for this? Maybe that's part of it.
Also, by the way, Adam, I did get through into LR.
I finally did as well. Took 8 minutes.
Also, I'd like to point out that I have to click on spectate because I didn't get the invite.
Alright, what was I doing this for this? Getting some Thai food, that's right.
What do you want from these comps, Brian?
Banger of a game, that's what I want.
A victory.
A victory from one of them.
Both of them.
Honestly, I want to see MBB be more aggressive bot lane. Like, I felt that they tried to roam and stop Steven way too much and didn't push for their own leads in the lane. Oh, skin synergy from Nick Mead and Chia Snacks.
Alright, gotta go to in-game chat. Right? Why is it not loading? I think we're in now. Alright, cool, now it worked. Oh, did I change the... Oh, I didn't change the overlay. I'll do that in a second then. Oops. Alright, we in it.
Alright, it looks like MBB is starting top side for their jungle. clear. To try and cheese the front bush.
Is that Elena? Yeah.
It's an Elena Nick Mead staple.
Yeah, of course they are. They should know. Like, Zyra should.
Oh,
Yeah,
they
know.
poked it out.
They knew.
They knew. Good job.
I mean, with Zyra, it makes it a little bit easier. You can make those pokes and not really worry.
I mean, that was Panting Puma throwing the W in.
I mean, just the safety of it, right?
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. Did let Kurosaki Ace get the fucking Yasuo again?
I mean, are you gonna give him Zed?
No.
And Oliver's looked really good on this Cho'Gath.
Pocket pick, right?
I guess so.
Yeah, Oliver's really good. Steven was the star of the show in the last game, but overall in this series, I think Oliver's been the best player. He had a really
the most consistent.
Yeah, on GB at least, had a really nice game in the first game. They unfortunately just didn't have everything together, and ooh, Joe is boom.
There's no junglers to follow up on the pressure, but that's alright with Kurosaki. He doesn't have management that he needs.
Yeah, Joe's getting chunked pretty hard right now.
Use his last hot chat charge now.
Can Sejuani do anything about this? Like
Not really.
up, or
Look,
go
if you
for-
look at her map, her top lane and her mid lane are really shoved in and have no pressure right now. Sejuani just kind of has to clear. Or go for a dive, but it's going to be pretty hard at this point. Doable maybe, but not without some sort of mid pressure.
Good protection there by Steven to make sure that his jungler can just go into get the safe scuds. Deep engage, but
Are you answering the question, Brian?
Shen stops the back, which actually is probably more beneficial for.
Stops the TP, I mean.
Yeah, it stops the TP. Excuse me. Which I think is actually more beneficial.
You can go whenever. You can go. Yeah, I'll
Like he doesn't have to walk back. He still gets to play in lane. Honestly, at that point, you like let the quarter mana Cho'Gath go, right? And just get killed because he TP'd the wrong time.
Possibly. Honestly, the Cho'Gath is just fine farming this out.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh.
Ooh, nice.
And he goes down here.
Oh, that would have been a good predict, but they get it anyways.
Wait. Oh no, wait. Hunger Road is gonna die for it. What? Oh, and the TP back?
Dead?
Wait, what?
That's Joe's
Oliver?
TP.
I mean-
Oliver? Is it gonna be a double kill?
It might be an execute.
Oh, it's just an execute.
Joe doesn't really burn much for it since his wave's kind of fucked anyway, though.
True. And
Appreciate these auto attacks, just little chunks that were gonna mean the difference for later.
Oh yeah, so it's in the jungle.
that's a really good trade.
Yeah. Zyra's minions are really doing.
But she has no mana.
Oh,
and
the TP
now
down.
that's
It's from the Shen. Is it gonna be a
Zarya
taunt
has no
here?
flash.
Oh, she's
She should be dead.
She gives.
Nice
Hold
play.
on. Why did Panty Puma?
Pain Puma flashes away at the end.
Oh no, he should just let him die.
I think they were trying to get the trade kill on Nick Mead.
I mean, Cho'Gath gets ahead. Shen does get the kill.
Not by much though.
Yeah.
And Oliver's just keeping the wave where it is, rather than shoving it and getting a free back.
If you see Shen go down there, don't you hard push for your back?
I would have thought so. But then again, he didn't have much to back for.
Not a lot of money, so stay there.
Yeah.
Keep safe.
Yeah, he's already hit Catalyst, so he should be pretty safe.
I have my ult though. Okay. Are you okay, Shark?
Oliver's still looking pretty comfy on the show.
I need to go back.
Ooh.
Nice
Oh,
knockup.
wonderful
Intersense
mid to
combo.
mid, but I think it still dies.
Oh, and Elena takes it.
Would Kurosaki ace
spots
on the
up.
hunt?
No, they're not gonna get anything. It's just a clean kill. C9 Meteos. Gonna back out. Game state right now looking pretty positive for the Milwaukee Bucks, baby. Shen is quite far down in CS though. Should keep an eye on that in the later stages of the game. Oliver built a lead in game 1. It looks like this might be a rerun, honestly. Like, you remember game 1 was pretty big bot gap, pretty big top gap. Game 2 wasn't the case, but this one turning out to be the same way as game 1. Will the result be the same? Will GB find a way, even with the bot lane disparity, to bring it back?
Mumu just hit 6. They're gonna collapse on this Sejuani. That'd be so big.
Nice, and he should go down. Big kill, given over to the
Oh, and sees Joe with it.
Oh.
Oh, nice stun.
Nice.
But he gets a lot of cooldowns off. They trade flashes.
But
And a Shen ult that gives space for Cho'Gath to freely shove here.
They also get the free Rift, and I think they also are gonna have like a pretty decent wave.
Yeah, good opener.
That's a really good vision setup for good boys.
Oh, nice snare. Good poke damage. Oh, Vid might go down here if he gets hit by too much stuff and he's going down. Oh no, and that is a critical
Not
mistake.
respecting the damage.
Yeah, that should be dragon for Milwaukee Bucks, baby.
Should be a free dragon. Oh, unless Hungaroni has something to say about it. Misses the stun. And do they take this fight? It's a 3v3 with Cassiopeia coming down to make it a 4v4, but he's a little sectioned off. He has to be a little careful coming in this fight. Oh, but the distance. Long range stun, that's surely dead. And it goes over to Rakan, not what they intended.
Really nice ult from Meteos.
Yeah, really good ults. And good presence on map from Meteos to get big snowballs running in the bot side. And it should be a free dragon. There's 3 of them around, but Shen's here too, and they're just committing all the resources possible to get this dragon onto their side.
Yeah. It's a mountain dragon.
Mountain dragon is gigantic for their team. If only it was the soul, they're probably thinking. Oh, Nick Mead.
Oh, he should have just kept autoing.
He should be okay. Vid doesn't have flash yet.
Ashel coming in does not hit.
Close.
Nick Mead.
To be fair, Nick Mead still has Zaya ult.
Yep, so has ult, so has R. And flash.
That is some patience from him.
That's really unfortunate because that was just a couple of auto attacks away, but he didn't probably know where Rakan was, so he didn't want to hard commit. And because of that, they don't have their 2 ults at bottom. They're just like easy pickings.
I like the idea of Hungaroni coming top, trying to break open the Cho'Gath.
There's too many. Okay.
There's a Rakano. Oh, that snare.
This is going to be a lot of kills for MBB. Underneath the tower, Steven can get one. Oh, he can't get him back. The Shen is super clutch. The point blank Shen saves him. Oh, the flash is out, and Oliver's going to get kited to oblivion. Oh, the flash over. And it's a sweep on the top side. It's disaster for GB. Their top side was their shining hope. Yeah, it was their shining hope, and they wanted to snowball the game through the top side, but it ends up in disaster, and a lot of money into the pockets of MBB, and a lot of pressure relieved, and that Shen was super critical. Saved Joe at the last dying breath. He's able to shove his wave in, and oh man, Wage Pro pulling it off in a super critical situation, and Joe with a critical ult to slow down the advance and turn over what could have been a pretty messy tower dive, a pretty bad tower dive, into a 3-for-0 for MBB.
Also, shoutouts to media notes for being there, ready for the counter gank.
Yeah, but isn't that like a lot to do with like how long it took them? Like they called it up super early, and they couldn't get the wave up. I mean, Cho'Gath was not helping a Mumu push up at the same time, so he shielded super early. I think it would have been better just to abandon that because of like how much you had to commit to just doing the waves. People can walk up pretty easily.
So that's first turret to Good Boys, though.
Yeah, definitely something they need here. And you know, like, MVB is pretty far ahead in the kill count, but they're not out of the woods yet. They're only like 1.5k ahead or so. Still a lot of gold onto the Yasuo right now. The Yasuo is ahead by not that much over Cassiopeia, actually, only like around 200. But the top lane, even with the kills on Shen, the top lane is ahead by about 300. So still some differential. It's just that bot lane that's kind of crushing it this game. 1.5k ahead for Nick Mead, and he is gigantic. His next back is going to potentially swing the game if they can line it up correctly. Oh, I don't have objective time.
What is Shen's ult? Shen's ult's
got a
coming
minute
up,
until drag.
Fairly soon.
Yeah, Shen ult should be what? 20 seconds? Yeah.
Oh, are they gonna find Joey? Oh, he misses the stun. That was critical.
Right?
Oh, the TP to turn. This is an interesting play.
He needs to escape.
Razor Pro with the snare. Or the taunt. And, oh, he's running through the miasma. Is he dead? Oh, no. Sejuani coming in. But everybody has cooldowns here. And the Zyra's collapsing from the bot side. They decide to audible and turn away from the fight, investing a TP into it. And nobody on GB has to burn anything significant to get out of that fight. Honestly, pretty solid for them overall. Shen had to burn TP. And the Dragon's going to be in 15. They're going to try to take this fight.
Oh, Mumu's going to also have time.
Oh, the Ashel onto Wasian Pro. He's tanky. Elena with a triple knockup. But the wind wall is going to stop the aggression. Zyra ult to force them off. And it's just going to be a trade of ults. Rakan ult for Zyra. Or not Rakan ult. Actually, he didn't ult at all. So the entire team.
Hungaroni off to the side.
But that's a tanky Sejuani with a Shen on top.
Back up.
Shen looking for a taunt. He wants it. He went back to base and came back with the ult. The ult.
Whipped.
The slow field is there though. The slow field actually keeps Yasuo from joining. And it's going to be a test T1. This Rakan ult is going to catch so many people.
Honestly,
Asian Bro.
Oh, that castle.
Yeah, the castle was nuts. Oh, Steven in the back line. Nick Mead and Joe can turn this.
Nick Mead.
Oh, Nick Mead's ult! Nick Mead's ult, he destroyed them there. And it's a double for Nick Mead and a triple for Cassiopeia. And they're gigantic. It's going to be the dragon. The question mark pings from the teammates.
Oh, boy.
Wow, and what a turn. That blade recall from Nick Mead just destroyed them in one fell swoop. Picking up the triple for Joe and the double for McMead, and the carries are huge. 404 on the Cassiopeia, 405 on the Xayah. And this Zaya has so much money in her pocket, 2,000 in her pocket, 2.2k in Cassiopeia's pocket. They're salivating for a good recall here because there it is. Nick Me is going to pick up an ER and a BF sword, and he is going to be massive right now. In every fight, Nick Mead is going to be somebody that GB has to account for.
It's pretty amazing what Cassiopeia can do when she was able to use that ult. But the follow-up from Elena
Sickle
really just like solidified it.
Yeah, Sickle into 4-man recon charm.
It stopped the Yasuo ult.
Yeah, and honestly, that could have been like, if those plays didn't happen there, that could have been really bad for MBB. The Yasuo had a really nice wind wall that sectioned the fight, but it didn't matter. Not when everybody's stunned, not when everybody's charmed.
Weixin Pro is just not affected by the Zamumu anymore.
Oh, Joe getting Steven with the ult. Steven gets comboed.
That's a wombo.
And Steven goes down. And Joe with the critical Cassiopeia ult. Joe wants revenge from game 2. And Joe stepping it up in this game.
Where's second breakfast when you need them? With the question mark.
Oh, Lena doesn't get anybody.
It gets a flash out of it.
It's the flash out of it, yeah.
So before there was just a 2k lead, so it wasn't looking too bad, but now they've definitely increased it by quite a bit.
Yeah, it's definitely exploded.
It's looking like a 4-man dive bot.
Yeah, and almost more important than the 2k lead.
Down there.
Almost more important than the 2k lead is the 2 dragon lead. When you have this much bot pressure, this dragon is going to be really important every time. And another ocean dragon, it's just a storm of things going wrong for GB right now. And they need to find something to balance this map out. Yasuo needs to get probably to his IE, and then they need to start taking fights. Weixin Pro taking a pretty aggressive trade here. Not going to get much. Snare onto Meteotes. They're gonna run him down. The flash from the Mumu. He holds the ult and the stun. The Ash ult lands. Nick Mead though. Oh, Joe shows up and he shows up big. Oh, the fail flash. Oh no. And GB is gonna get run down. What looked like a magnificent Ash ult to hit the landing Zaya turns on his head. Zaya still has space to get the R and the E off. Oh, the Quadra from Joe, and Joe is popping off this game. Can anybody stop him in this game? He's been stopping them in their tracks every fight.
Hungaroni made a detrimental move there by ulting just a few seconds too early, not having the pause on there.
Well, he wanted to get...
Honestly, could have made the difference.
Well, he wanted to get the critical ult. Like, he actually did pause for a while. He hit his Q, walked, and tried to get as big of an ult as possible, and that's when Nick Mead ulted. So, I think Nick Mead, honestly, was a mix of, like... Moo tried to get as greedy of an ult as possible instead of just going for the ult to hold Nick Mead in place. But instead, he lets Nick Mead get in the air and negate a lot of the incoming damage. And honestly, you saw the Ash arrow hit Nick Mead as he landed, which was super critical. But, you know, there was just not that much damage. And in a world where that Ash arrow doesn't miraculously hit Nick Mead and maybe shoots a little bit too early or something like that, in that world, that could have been a sweep into Inhib. That could have been even cleaner than it was. So, yeah, I mean, I think Hungaroni tried, but maybe the attempt was just not worth it in that spot, in that scenario. They just didn't have the real damage to dive there.
It's a little hard because they have TP.
But I mean, look at this Cassiopeia. 9, 0, and 5 on the Cassiopeia. Cassiopeia is unbelievably strong, and barring some miracles, she is going to pump so much damage in team fights. Same for the Zaya. Oh, the knockup. But I mean, this build on Cho'Gath isn't going to be enough to actually take down Weixin Pro. It's kind of just an exercise in futility, I'm sure.
It's just... Oh, nice sidestep.
Oh, but she gets one with the flash. And Vid goes down. Still chasing down Weixin Pro. But it's going to be... I mean, that kill is going to lead to a dragon, and that's going to be soul point on an ocean dragon.
Yeah. And honestly, Oliver can kill Shuai, but there isn't, like, it's gonna take forever.
Yeah, Oliver just kind of has to go for Cassiopeia here, and Cassiopeia, we're seeing what her next item is going to be, but I mean, what would you build here? Because honestly, I think Banshees is the play. Banshees here into the Amumu. When you're this strong, Banshees into the Amumu Cho'Gath, and you know, Ashe, Zyra, like gives you a lot of safety here against all that CC incoming spells, and that safety. I mean, you're already so many items ahead. I think you just build Banshees here and just. Yeah, run, like, play super aggressively on the 9-0 Cassiopeia. How do you feel about Hungaroni's build right now? He's on components. And, you know, he's building, like, essentially full armor. Look at the Tabi, the Bramble, the Tabi, and the Warden's Mail into a 9-0 Cassiopeia. That Cassiopeia is going to tear through him like you can't believe it's not butter. So, I mean, what do they do about that? Because they have some MR on the Cho'Gath, but this Cassiopeia, there's nobody that's going to be able to stand up to her pure, unadulterated damage in a fight. Plus, I mean, not to mention Joe's ults have just been, like, perfect.
Does a Q, just barely gets through the shield. Oliver's so weak in comparison to like everyone here. It's really sad.
It's way too hard. It just does.
With Lee entries.
It's just really hard.
We're just so curious of what like GB is discussing, like how they're gonna try to make it back in.
Wait, I'm gonna try. Wait.
Oh,
good
Joe.
night.
Oh, they're gonna catch him again. And Steven's gonna go down to Joe Shirley. Ooh, Steven with the Eternal. The TP to the top tower. He's alive. Oh, he goes down. And the Shen ult comes in to match the Cho'Gath teleport. And this could be a Baron here. The strongest member on GB is down.
Should be a Baron. Cho'Gath still has ult though.
Yeah, Cho'Gath, Amumu has smite. Oh, they're going early. Man, they want the fight. Oh, the flash out. Wait, and it's gonna be.
I don't see the point of going in early.
Well, no, I mean he flashes out in here. It's gonna be a redo. Can he get the smite down? Cho'Gath's walking up a Cho'Gath zone.
Flash.
And it's the huge steal.
Oh, they do
it's the huge steal. They're gonna go down for it. Oh, Shen is still alive. I mean, but you take those.
You say, well, we take those and get out.
Yeah, the 45 and the huge steal. Hungaroni might have saved game there. You know, they're clearly way down in the dumpster, but like, if you know we fast forward this,
if Yasuo got Baron?
He did not.
No, he didn't. No Baron on Yasuo. I mean, but yeah, like phenomenal steal.
And honestly, I don't know if that was a smite from Hungaroni.
Not sure, I guess, but
because Oliver, it definitely chomped on it, but I think it was just the straight burst combo by the two of them.
Yeah, maybe. And I mean, it's a dangerous combo to go into. An Amumu that can like CC the team and go for the smite, and then a Cho'Gath with his ult. Like, yeah, it just worked out for them in that moment, and that moment could be the moment. Like, they're not in it yet necessarily, but like, we fast forward and this team can find some footholds. Like, this would be the thing that kept them from bleeding out. If MBB had gotten Baron here with the strength that is currently on their team, they could just smash down. That would be like multiple inhibs. But instead, the wave is stemmed a little bit because of the big plays from Hungaroni and Oliver Twist. And this dragon actually spawns at 30, and interestingly enough, GB somehow has full control over the pit. So, not 100% sure how MBB gave up so much control here, but GB is looking like they're in the prime position. They might look for somebody coming into pit. Lena looks like she's cautious though, doesn't want to overcommit to this. Yeah, get some wards down. Yeah, they seem like
they
they know.
Scuttle vision,
Yeah,
so
they're taking it slow and steady, and they know, like, you know, it's not up yet. They're not rushing it yet. Let's just take our time.
Shen's DPing early.
I think that's the right
Walker
choice.
5v5. Are they gonna get it though? Wade and Pro just face checking. He's pretty tanky. Doesn't really care about any of the threats on their team. And they traded position. Now, on Joe. Joe gets knocked up. Wait, this is huge. Oh, Joe's with a huge stun, but it's not enough. Joe's gonna go down to Kawasaki Ace almost surely.
He's still
Or
alive.
not. No, Joe's up. Oh, Joe's DPSing over the wall. He's legendary. Nick Mead with a flash out.
Nick Mead also lives through.
What a fight. Wow, and what looked to be potentially the pick turns on its head. Joe with a big ult to buy time. Escapes from Kawasaki Ace with a flash. And now full control over to MBB. That Baron is long gone. And MBB with the Dragon Soul gonna push down the bot lane. This should be an inhib tower. But actually, maybe not. The death towers are kind of short now, but it should be at least a lot of tower pressure, at least a mid tower. And we'll see if they try to press for the inhib with this Baron uptime, or not Baron uptime, Dragon Soul uptime. And they're just crushing this tower. Hungaroni can't look for anything. He doesn't need a volt. This is just a free tower. They're gonna back off. Oh, Steven looking for something, but can't get anything on Wajan Pro and Meteor. It's way too tanky. Oh, wait. Wajan Pro on the backside. I think they're going to leave him to die. Oh, tries to get away, but they pick one up. There's not much else for them to do on this map, though, GB. They just have to fix waves. Fix waves and buy some time. What do you do now if you're GB and you're trying to get back in this game? You're in a 10k 9k gold deficit. You're down Ocean Soul. This Cassiopeia is 11-0 and 10 and just popping the fuck off. How do you play at the stage of the game?
I think you just try to pick stuff off with Ashe or Mumu.
Go for the cast, I assume. Try to burn cast fast before she can get ult off and burn you.
Yeah.
But who can die for that? It's just the Mumu. Like, you have to land the perfect combo. You have to land, like, everything at once. Get the knockup, and then make sure you have damage on. Because the problem with this cast is she has the Seras now. She has, like, a lot of HP from her build. She's not actually just going to get one shot by, like, a Cho'Gath knockup Yasuo combo. It's got to be a lot of things.
Yeah.
And you know what is pretty surprising actually is, like, look who has the second most CS on the Milwaukee Bucks babies team. Sejuani is farming up a storm. Curious like how she did that.
God damn.
It's pretty uncharacteristic for Sejuani to farm that heavily, but here we are. And you know that farm translates directly into 3-level gold. The 3-level difference between her and the Amumu.
When your jungler Flame Horizons you on your own team.
Oh, the knock-up combo. Steven thought he could cleanse the charm, but he gets knocked up afterwards, and this could be game. How many people are going to die here? It's going to go... Are they going to shove in? They see the wave, and they want it.
Yeah, the minion wave coming in bot. It's got to be a miracle play from the 3 remaining members.
And it's going to be a scrap at the end.
Oh, Joe's...
Wow, Joe with the TP into ult combo.
In their base.
Oh, Nick Mead. Nick Mead's alive. And Nick Mead and Joe go flawless. And with 12-0 and 12 and 11-0 and 14, the carry combo from Milwaukee Bucks stepping up. Joe stepping up. You have to call Joe the MVP here. Nick Mead, some crazy plays with the blade recalls, but Joe's ults were spectacular. He was tunneled in every fight, and it didn't matter. They couldn't take him down even a single time, and Joe turning it around, and I'm excited to see these damage charts. I think Nick Mead might still have the most damage. I'm not sure. Like, it was a testy one all around.
It was Nick Mead by about
600. By a small amount, and the double carry core goes off in game 3. And we say goodbye to the good boys who put up a really good fight. Like game 2 was a magnificent showing by Kawasaki Ace, popping off on the Yasuo, but he couldn't replicate that success in game 3. And in game 3, what we saw in game 1 happened, where the bot gap was big and the top gap was like pretty big, but you know, Wasian Pro was on a tank and it was manageable. It just replicated itself in the last game, and Nick Meek got really far ahead. And then Joe, even though in the first game he hemorrhaged a lot of pressures Kiana in the early game, in the second game he didn't have the greatest time building items, I guess, on Orianna. In the third game he steps up and just tears them apart, ult after ult. Wow, an exciting series. Gotta take off the pick ban overlay. And when is our next series? Is it tomorrow?
Tomorrow.
Wow.
AR versus second
AR
breakfast.
versus SB in the upper bracket. We haven't seen AR play a single game in the playoffs. They've had a bye just like THD. And we'll get to see if AR is ticking in top form, because they'll need to be if they want to take on second breakfast, who, you know, prior to this
like
match also tore GB apart. Goodbye, viewers. Thank you for sticking with us for the whole stream. Hopefully. Goodbye. See you next time.